you in our own local stores. That means we can offer a better mattress at a better price and the best value. Stop by your local OMF location today to see the Original Mattress Factory difference for yourself. OriginalMattress.com.
Were you hurt in a vehicle and want compensation?
When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Did an accident leave you in need of representation?
When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Get ready for more with a new tomato pesto grilled cheese sandwich from Dunkin'. Oven-roasted tomatoes and delicious pesto spread with white cheddar cheese on sourdough bread. More of the ingredients you love so you can get more out of every day. America runs on Dunkin'. Limited time offer. Additional charges may apply.
Does your AC need attention? Visit millsair.com now. Since 1992, millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, FUN. F-U-N, FUN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it, and we do have a loaded program for you today. Tons of fun coming at you. We'll get you caught up on what's happening out there with Deb's Woke News. We have sports in the 4 o'clock hour on Mondays. Brandon Kravitz will drop by. Trivia, Ross Thoughts, TK Law. Stephen Kramer will join us in the 6 o'clock hour. Plus, you'll have calls and texts all day long. 3 chances for you to win $1,000 as well. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Baggett.
I'm sober.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social media. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. And find us all day long, every day, podcast and all at JimColbertLive.com. How is everybody? Everybody had a good weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Ducky.
Mother's Day weekend up there?
Ducky.
Lots of bad eating, lots of drinking. Anybody slam mimosas until they couldn't see?
I drank so much
Did you
yesterday
really?
that I feel pregnant today.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Where?
On a golf course.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I started at 11 a.m., and I think the last beer to hit my lips was like 9:45.
Wow.
That happens occasionally.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I got a little too drunk on the golf course.
You FaceTime your mother?
I didn't FaceTime her, but I did call her.
You did?
Yeah.
Not in conjunction with your brother, though.
No.
No, he had to do that separately.
Well, then he joined in on my phone call later on.
Gotcha. Very good. Deb, you have a good Mother's Day?
Had a great Mother's Day. Mom and I tore it up at Cracker Barrel.
Did you? Is it a tradition for you guys?
No, usually we do a little Waffle House
Do you
where
really?
the waitresses have sang Tyrone to her in the past after I bought her new panties.
Very nice.
Come
All right.
on now.
That's good.
Then we also tore up TJ Maxx.
Damn, you guys.
We had a good time.
So basically, you go to eat and you take her on a TJ Maxx, like a shopping spree, like a Maxxinista thing.
Which is interesting because she says, yeah, I've never bought clothes. I've never had luck before. But yesterday, what?
Wow, good for you. And the great thing is, you spend like $9.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, can you tear
Sure.
up a TJ Maxx?
Oh yeah, you can tear it up.
Oh, yeah.
all
We
right.
did yesterday.
They don't fight back. Neither does Marshalls. I'm gonna tell you straight up. They don't
Beautiful
fight
Ralph
They just-
Lauren bag.
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
like-
like some,
They lay over and
back. Yeah.
they do, especially on Mother's Day. They know who's walking through their
You
door.
know what I found out yesterday talking about the discount, like the fast fashion thing. You guys ever see online on Insta or Facebook, whatever, it says stitch this, and was basically it says tell a story about a place you used to work that would blow people away, right? And then of course the person comes on the video and they say used to work here. You're not going to believe this was the case. So person comes on and says, I used to work at Marshall's. Here's the myth that everybody believes. Everybody believes that when you go shop at Marshall's and TJ Maxx that you're actually buying clothes that they couldn't sell, and they just, it's just like old, it's like out of date fashions or whatever, and you're
Right.
just getting a discounted price. Apparently that isn't the case. Apparently clothing makers make clothes specifically for those stores out of cheaper materials that didn't work on lines that they wanted to sell. So they make an entire line of clothes specifically for those fast fashion kind of stores.
Well, thank you very much, because it was fun, man. I mean, a Ralph Lauren bag.
Yeah, that's
Can't
good.
shake a stick at
All
that.
right, that's fine.
And then saw Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh, I wanted to ask how that was because I heard somebody talking about it come in. He killed, right?
So funny.
Yeah.
So funny. And walking to our seats, had someone say, hey, there's Deborah Roberts from the Jim Colbert Show.
Wow.
So shout out to the listener who was there at the show, but very, very, very funny.
How long did he go?
An hour.
A little over an hour, yeah.
And his opener was funny as well. I can't remember his name at the moment, but yeah, really good night of comedy Friday night at the or Saturday night at the Dr. Phillips
I
Center.
think he also had to add a show.
He did.
Like, that's a thing now,
Yeah.
man. I mean, Bargatze had to add a show. The
Saturday show was the add-on because he sold out Friday so fast.
Damn, dude, that's good business.
That is.
We have some movie news. Obviously, it was a big weekend for the movies, and I started looking at some numbers, man. And I haven't really paid attention to movie numbers. I don't know that anyone has really, but
Doctor Strange was expected to blow it out of the park this weekend, and I know these two guys probably went and saw it.
It did do well, but it's like an indicator that business is finally starting to kind of come around, that people are slowly but surely sliding back into the mentality of Friday and Saturday night, maybe grabbing a movie, dinner, things like that. And, that really hasn't been on the menu for a while. Nobody's been really going to the movies, but now it looks like it's happening again. Did you guys see Strange this weekend?
I did.
You did?
I did, but I was super drunk.
Wow, man.
It was the same day, Jim.
Okay.
It's not like I was hammered for 48 hours.
So, I just got to make sure I'm right. Then I don't want to be unfair. So you go out Sunday.
Yeah, I played golf.
You drink all day playing golf.
Yep.
So then you wind up in the movie theater that night?
Yeah, and then I go to the right after the golf course.
Did not take a bath. Went straight to the theater.
Went straight to the theater.
Figured you'd share that with everybody?
I mean,
sweating for 7 hours?
Oh, get over yourself. You can play a round of golf and go watch a movie.
You can't. That's terrible because you stink.
Nah.
It was hot that day, dude. Are you kidding?
It was
You must have reeked. Who did you go with?
My friend John, and then I also got partnered up with Dad and their son.
What?
Yeah. Sometimes you just get randomly paired with people whenever you go out.
So
and
they
play
were just
golf.
they were just basically leaving Mom alone for the day. Was that
No,
their gift?
Mom went with. It was, God, man. I don't want to put them on blast because they were a very nice family, but it was a little weird.
What happened?
Because the father and son that I got randomly paired up with, well, his wife and daughter was also there. And
so it was it was a family event, and only the son and the dad were playing golf. What were the mom and the kid doing?
Probably driving the golf cart?
No golf cart. They walked it.
They walked around?
They walked around.
So on Mother's Day, this woman just walked and watched her husband and son play golf?
That's what I'm saying.
That sounds relaxing.
How this guy got to be loaded.
Oh, that guy.
He's got to have something special.
He should leave the golf course and write a book. That's what he should do.
I don't know how that happened. And then it kind of got weird because the dad bought me a beer, and then at the same time, my friend bought a 6-pack of High Ally, and that's like 48 regular beers.
Yeah, right.
So now we're throwing down a 6-pack of these, high alcohol content beers, and now I'm hanging out with like an 11-year-old.
And it's just like 93 degrees outside, and you're drinking 8.5.
Yeah, I'm just super
and every one
drunk.
of those things is like a triple-decker peanut butter sandwich.
Exactly. And here I am just kicking it with an 11-year-old going, yeah, dude, you got a good swing, man. You got it. I like you. What's your name?
When did you start realizing that it was hitting you? Like hole 6?
No, I would say like 11 is when things started getting sloppy.
And how did your 2 dates go this weekend on the coast?
It went very, very well.
Two good nights?
Friday went good. Saturday night went great.
Great. All right.
So if you were out there and if you saw the Friday show, kind of sorry. If you were there at the Saturday show, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And then last night I had another show. So much comedy.
So after
last night, after drunk in the movie theater and
Yeah.
sweaty and smelly, and then you did a comedy?
Yeah. Can't stop, won't stop, guys. I have the stamina of a steed.
Hold on now. When did you get to the theater?
The theater, 4:50.
Oh, so you went right from the golf course to the movie theater.
Yeah.
So you were still hammered.
Yeah, I was still drunk.
Did you see the
And then
movie? Did you sleep a little bit, or
there was like about a 3-minute window when
You
I had
nod?
to fight it off.
A little nod, or I got you.
fought it. I won. I
Yeah.
also bought beer at the movie theater.
Damn.
Bro, you went hard. I love it.
Yeah, I think I had
love
like
it.
9 beers yesterday. 11 beers. I don't even know how many.
I love it. Good for you, man. That's
Yeah,
what you got to do. You got to cut loose occasionally.
Got a little sideways.
All right, 407-916-1041. I went to the Derby party this weekend, Derby Day Orlando, 15th annual, raising money for PAL, which is providing autism. It's providing autism learning and systems or something like that. But it's basically supporting autism awareness and learning here in Central Florida. And
hooking up families with those needed
everything.
everything.
Yeah. And they're wonderful people. We love working with them, and I've hosted them a number of times with my buddy Johnny Magic from XL 106.7, who's also one of the greatest people ever. Just the greatest guy. We have so much fun. But I did learn something this weekend. By the way, we have some of those pictures up. And did we get that video up yet, Jack?
Yep.
Okay. If you want to see your man rap, we broke out right before I left, or right before this whole thing was over. We broke out. Johnny and his buddy were there. We're just kind of hanging out and talking about music and stuff because the DJ was doing such a good job. DJ Gonzo, good job, buddy. And we started talking about like our favorite hip hop songs. I was like, well, I'm an Eric B guy. And they both lit up. Like Johnny and I have never talked about my music likes. I think he just kind of assumed maybe I was just a classic rock guy, like a lot of guys my age, whatever. And I said, no, Eric B and Rakim. He goes, man, you're talking my language now. And I started rapping Paid in Full by Eric B and Rakim. This is an old school hip hop song. Everybody will know the beat. One of the most sampled beats out there. And it just happened to be one of my favorite songs. So I know the entire thing. We started rapping it, and then we just started blowing it out. And if you want to see that, it's at JimColbertLive.com. Now, the funny part of that is I am dressed like Colonel Sanders.
It's actually...
if Colonel Sanders had a gay brother, that's exactly what I'm dressed like.
I would say cut out the middleman, gay Colonel Sanders.
That's fine. Gay Colonel Sanders. Well, the funny part of the story is this. So we were I was going to wear white pants. My wife is like, it's going to be so hot. The last thing you want to be is in pants, get some shorts. While she was looking for her costume or her outfit to wear, she says, well, I found a cool pair of shorts. We'll get these shorts. We went to the place on Friday morning, got the shorts, but I went to try them on, and I found something out. You know how we've learned for years that modern clothes makers have taken liberties with waist sizes? Have you guys? Do you remember that?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah? You remember that?
And you went retro.
Well, let's just say that I found out a little bit about that ratio that day. So I know for a fact now that a 2028 38 waist is a 1979 42 waist.
Oh.
The shorts for 42s. I looked at my wife, but they're legit from 1975, sewn right there into the tag. And I looked at my wife and I said, well, those are old, honey. She goes, yeah, they're 42s. They're going to eat me alive. I'm going to fall right through them. And I said that proudly so the whole store could hear me. I'm going to fall right through these 42s, Tor. There's no way I'm going to be able to get these things on. I just, and I'm like, and I go into the room and I pull them on, and it's like elves came in and sewed them onto me. They fit so perfectly. That was a sad moment. Because I realized that I really am not a 38 waist. I'm a 1979 true fat ass 42. That's
what did she say after you got out of the room and they looked spectacular?
We listen. I got more compliments on that pair of shorts, telling the truth about my ass instead of letting me lie to myself.
So you're a 1979 42, and
I'm a 2022 stretchy 38.
But hey, you're also a Palaka 9.
Stretch, a little stretchy 38. I'm what?
You're a Palaka 9.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Exactly.
Yeah, you're a Cali 4, but a Palaka 9.
Right. I'm a Diner 29.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was we got a really good laugh out. I was like, oh, you fat bastard, you're such a fat ass. And so anyway, we did the gig. It was great. Raised a lot of money. It was a lot of fun. Everybody who came out, thanks so much. The race was bananas good, though.
Did anybody bet on that horse at that event?
I don't think so. I think I saw one bet on that horse out and around. And the funniest part of that horse, did you see the Bobby Flay clip?
No.
Bobby, you know who Bobby Flay is?
Oh, yeah.
The famous chef. Are you aware,
Yes.
Ross?
Yeah, he's also related to, I believe, Shaggy Rogers from Mystery Inc.
Is he really? Okay.
Yeah, they did an episode.
So Bobby Flay, obviously big guy, and he's at a derby party, and they're drawing drawing horses out of a hat for some betting thing they're doing, and he draws Rich Strike, and he goes, "Oh God, this horse doesn't have a dream of winning." And he makes this big dramatic thing about it, and of course the horse goes on to win.
Oh.
And that race, man, I must have watched the repeat of that race 5 times. It was so good, so good. Had a good ass time. Anyway, great weekend. Raised a lot of money for autism. Everybody
That's
seemed to have a
great.
great Mother's Day.
Yep.
We had a wonderful, went to Kobe with my 91-year-old grandmother on my wife's side, and it was fun to watch her experience Kobe for the first time. She did not know what to think. All she knows is there's a guy just flipped an egg into his hat and everything's on fire.
Yeah.
What's coming up for news?
She thought it was the end of days.
She had no idea.
There's a volcano.
She started praying immediately.
Summoning a demon.
Right.
We've got a former Orlando Magic player shot and killed in an East Orange County neighborhood. An update is given after 3 tourists die at a Bahamas resort, and a Florida man is paying the price after his watch collection is stolen. Wait till we tell you why and just how much next, coming up during Woke News.
All right, thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Back with Deb's News, more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
No one gives a big warm hug like us when you need it. Come on, get in here.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
What?
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Our heaviest traffic continues eastbound on I-4. We're stop and go between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. It's also slow coming out of Polk County between US Highway 27 and 429. We're seeing a slow ride now westbound between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Authorities on scene of a crash on 436 at Aloma Avenue. Watch for delays. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Enjoy smoothies, refreshers, hot and iced lattes, or try the new frozen coffee and frozen refreshers. Wawa is your handcrafted beverage happy place. Gotta have a Wawa.
Man, no secret the DIY security systems are a joke. No self-respecting crook pays attention to them. Most police departments don't either. Most national alarm companies are much better, although they do charge a lot more. SafeTouch security systems are the most advanced systems offered on the market. That starts with every SafeTouch system being professionally designed using layers of protection. They begin with that SafeTouch yard sign. That tells everybody you had a guaranteed response, and they ain't playing. The next layer, cameras. Lots of them. SafeTouch perimeter guard cameras, analytics, and text video notification alerting you before the crime actually happens, with 24/7 onboard storage as well. Also, those cameras will alert criminals they've been detected and they're being recorded, but it doesn't stop there. The always on feature from SafeTouch means if anybody tries to violate your area protection, SafeTouch is notified before they even enter the house. They call it their dome of protection, and if someone does get in, the two-way communicator has them in an average of 11 seconds. That way you don't have to call for verification, and the emergency help comes immediately. All this professionally installed by their highly trained pros and the UL Monitoring Center right here in Orlando. And all this costs way less than you think. Just call 888-723-8682. Get your free estimate and demo today or visit safetouch.com. Say license ZF233.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Want to sell your car for top dollar at a dealership you can trust? Let Off Lease Only give you cash for your car today. At Off Lease Only, they pride themselves on offering drivers the biggest inventory of the most popular used cars updated daily. That means they're always looking for used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs just like yours. Whether you want to sell your car outright or trade it in for a newer model, Off Lease Only is here to offer you top dollar for your trade. Selection, convenience, value. Online at offleaseonly.com or in person at the dealership just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy.
We all want to support our community and small businesses, protect the environment and our kids' future, and above all, help others when they need it. That's why every day our energy goes into delivering reliable, cleaner, affordable energy. The energy that promises a better tomorrow with new jobs and opportunities and helps everyone move forward together. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders. Now through May 10th, join a clean and spacious Planet Fitness for $1 down and only $10 a month. With tons of equipment and free fitness training, it's the perfect place for everybody to work out.
Even me, Mr. I can't sleep at night, so I keep dozing off during the day.
Especially you, Snoozy. You'll rest easier and feel fit-tacular.
Wait, how did you get in here?
Join in club or at planetfitness.com. $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends May 10th. See club for details.
Paul McCartney got back live. Camping World Stadium, Saturday, May 28th. Paul McCartney, live in concert. The greatest moments from the last 50 years of music from McCartney solo, Wings, and the Beatles. Get tickets now at paulmccartneygotback.com.
Most politicians are just show ponies, but Wilton Simpson is a workhorse. Conservative, Republican, fifth-generation Floridian, Simpson's a lifelong farmer who shoots straight and gets things done, like educational and economic opportunity. As Florida's Senate president, Wilton Simpson worked side by side with Governor DeSantis. Simpson fought and won more rights for parents, more choices for kids, and was named champion for school choice. When some politicians wanted lockdowns that threatened our economy, our kids' educations, and our constitutional rights, Wilton Simpson led the charge to keep Florida free and open. Simpson's endorsed by Governor Ron DeSantis, 59 sheriffs, and President Donald Trump. Workhorse Wilton Simpson, the conservative who gets things done. Candidate, Florida Commissioner of Agriculture. Sponsored by Grow Florida.
Did you know that most adults with autism are unemployed, and a major hurdle is the lack of job opportunities? That's why Autism Speaks is teaming up with Lee Container, the J. Donald and Laurel Lee Family Foundation Fund, and Delivering Jobs to create a more inclusive workforce in the U.S. Are you an HR professional, community leader, or business owner? Join us in creating a workforce where people of all abilities can contribute and thrive. To learn more, visit autismspeaks.org/employment.
Picture the perfect international vacation. Historic architecture, quaint cafes, beautiful beaches. It sounds great. Now imagine getting there. You got a 14-hour cramped flight, a long wait in customs, and a whole lot of jet lag to look forward to. Introducing a new way to travel, intranationally. Get all that international charm without ever leaving the country. Get all the culture, cuisine, and beaches right here in St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra. Travel intranationally. Visit floridashistoriccoast.com to learn more.
Introducing the Amscott Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Available now from iHeart, returning for Season 3, is The Restless Ones, an original podcast presented by T-Mobile for Business and iHeartRadio. Join me as I sit down for in-depth discussions with the people at the intersection of technology and business. You'll learn how each of these leaders is building a bridge to what's next and leveraging transformative technologies like 5G to create a more connected and meaningful future today. Listen to The Restless Ones on the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
This is The Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 3 o'clock keyword is fun. FUN. Just go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Again, it's fun. That is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate that. I am Jim. Jack and Ross sit right over there. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News.
It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. A former Orlando Magic player was shot and killed at a home in East Orange County earlier today. Sheriff's investigators said deputies responded to a residence along Egret Shores Drive shortly after 1:30 this morning after reports that one man shot another man. The injured man, later identified as former Orlando Magic player Adrian Payne, was taken to the hospital but did not survive his injuries. He was only 31 years old. Investigators identified the shooter as Lawrence Doherty, who's 29, and they say he stayed at the scene, answered all their questions, and is cooperating, but is still being charged with first-degree murder.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Yeah, those were the charges. Yeah, I heard.
That's weird for him to stick around, though,
Very,
like that.
Exactly. So that's part of the reason why that detail, before it was announced that it was a Magic player, that detail had me very interested in this case because normally the shooter doesn't stick around.
No, not at all.
And cooperate.
Murder. Yeah, you're
exactly.
not going to say a word.
And cooperate with investigators. So, all right, police in the Bahamas are releasing the identities of 3 American tourists who died at a Sandals resort. The commissioner of police said a couple from Tennessee and a man from Florida died over the weekend after complaining of extreme nausea and vomiting. Now, a 4th woman from Florida, believed to be the wife of one of the victims, is in critical condition in Miami after being hospitalized in the Bahamas. Police say the couples were staying in 2 separate villas that were adjacent to each other. An employee speculated that an air conditioning unit problem could be behind the deaths, but police are not commenting on that report until toxicology reports are back. Foul play is not suspected, but the cause does remain unknown.
They're saying, I guess on the Monsters and the News Junkie, they're saying that they'd heard stories of a propane leak possibly, which we know killed like a tennis player back in the day, like a real high-level tennis player. It was just an AC unit that ran on propane. I guess similar to like an RV AC system.
And I remember there was another case, well, actually several cases, I think several years ago, pre-pandemic, of bad alcohol being tied to several tourist deaths as well. That was my speculation as the cause of this. So,
first thing I thought it was tainted Coke. Are you kidding? Yeah. I mean, you're going to Jamaica to a resort to hang out and party. I mean,
Bahamas.
Or Bahamas, I'm sorry. It's not uncommon for you to try to find, party favors.
Right.
And, of course, you don't know.
You don't know.
And it's just so isolated. It's weird that it's only 3 people. My thing, if it was tainted alcohol, you would think like anybody that drank from that bottle, that those people would be affected. But it's just kind of weird. But the first thing I asked was, did they know each other? Like if it was kind of a sex thing when they went down there to hook up and party together, and it just kind of, they got the wrong stuff,
Yeah, no, it looks like, it sounds like it could be rather pedestrian. There was another resort case where I believe a child was killed because they had used a pesticide inside of the resorts that, like, here in the States, you're not allowed to do that. But those laws change when you leave home. And then there's this. A man is dead after getting struck by an Amtrak train last night. And how it happened is odd. According to the Volusia County Sheriff's Office, the man had been sleeping on the tracks at the time of the incident. Now, the victim was identified as 55-year-old Matthew Owens. He apparently had been walking along the tracks with his girlfriend when he apparently stopped to rest and fell asleep.
Wow.
Deputies reported no suspicious circumstances of signs of impairment.
Wow.
So if he was drunk, you could see why he would make that choice. What did she do? Just leave him to sleep on the tracks?
I'll be back. Got to go get some American spirits.
That was so funny. All right. Governor Ron DeSantis says $25 million will be included in the budget he signs for repairs and improvements to Miami's historic Freedom Tower. That tower is considered the Ellis Island of the South for its role in offering asylum to Cuban refugees escaping the Fidel Castro regime. DeSantis also signed a measure designating November 7th as Victims of Communism Day, and calls for honoring the 100 million victims of communist regimes around the world. Not only that, the new law also requires public schools to include at least 45 minutes of teaching on those who have suffered under communist leaders. Another bill he signed renames 136 roads in Florida, including 3 honoring Cuban exiles who fought against the Castro government. One area in Florida among the nation's top 10 moving destinations, but we've slipped. A list compiled by Penske Truck Rental shows Orlando was the 8th most moved to location in the U.S. in 2021, but we were 7th the year before. Apparently, everyone's seen that. I-4
yeah,
traffic.
just can't afford it.
The number one.
So you get reroute.
Yeah.
This doesn't make me sad.
Yeah.
I know. Same here.
Like property values are going up like double-digit percentages per month.
Yeah, exactly. Don't come here.
Throw your insurance on top of that. Forget about it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's part of the reason why Florida is now the most expensive state to live in.
Insurance, it's but a dream.
What else do you, where do you think, a major metropolitan area, the number one moving destination was? Houston, Texas.
I would have said Austin.
Oh, okay.
But again, Austin's in the same thing we are. You can't afford to live there. You can't afford to live within 8 miles of that city.
I'm surprised by the number 2. Las Vegas, Nevada, I would think would be an incredibly expensive city to live in.
Well, also they're building, yeah.
And then the water issue.
Yeah, it's
you know,
even
the
worse
water issue out west. This would not be the time to be moving out west, but Phoenix, Arizona is next on the list, followed by Charlotte, North Carolina, and Denver, Colorado round out the top 5.
Yep.
All right, the Lake County School Board, my neck of the woods, what? Set to decide the fate of the band director at Leesburg High School, Gabriel Fielder, submitted his resignation after a former student accused him of leading a cult-like group. The student claimed Fielder was a member of a so-called secret society at the school called the
Elders
Council. No, Elder Council.
Elder Council.
That he and a co-founder of the alleged society sent him sexually explicit messages. Now, Fielder is requesting to resign, but the school board
they want to
is going to choose whether to accept it.
Yeah, because that way they can put it on his record or something, right? It has something to do with how you got let go.
Or
you couldn't
I
get
wonder,
another teaching job, or couldn't kind of just go somewhere else.
or does it affect your pension?
Yeah, something like that, maybe.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's the
Who was
reason.
the other guy involved in that?
That was Lenny Farelli Jr. Lenny.
It sounds like a driver for the worst race team ever.
They got to have a round table, right?
I'm sure it's.
If
you
you're
can't
gonna,
have a council without it.
You can't call yourself the Elder Council and not have a really badass big.
And you got to have cloaks.
It's just probably a 4-top bistro, just for those two, and then an occasional guest they send nudes to.
Well, over on the coast, it may soon become easier for parents to get books removed from school libraries in Brevard County.
Well, let's keep that up.
The school board, I'm not so sure how I feel about this one, because the school board is meeting tomorrow and could vote on changing how books can be challenged. Now, a proposal being considered would allow parents to request a book be removed from all school libraries in the district, not just your child's school. Currently, parents have to go school by school to get a book removed, and each school must conduct its own review. The new policy, though, calls for just one district-wide review.
See, I don't rule out that this is just reverse psychology. They're banning books so kids will read said banned books.
Exactly.
Well, we already learned that. Nashville has that card. Remember we talked about that Friday where they had a card called the Banned Book Readers Card. And the public library there in Nashville had about 5,000 of them. And the whole idea is like, they just don't learn. This goes back to the Tipper Gore thing with the PMRC. They just they never learn. That group never learns. The more you bitch about it, the more attention you bring to it. But again, if you don't bring attention to it, how can you stand up in front of your church and take the credit for
it? Bingo.
The jig is up, because I bet you next month they're going to ban cleaning bedrooms, and then all of a sudden all these kids are going to be like, I want to be cool.
I banned soccer practice. It sucks. It's hot.
An animal rights group is pushing to punish the students behind a prank in St. Johns County. 5 students at Ponte Vedra High School last week hung a dead shark from the school's rafters, apparently as a senior prank. A group called One Protest started a Change.org petition demanding disciplinary action and criminal charges. They say this case is particularly egregious because killing, mutilating, and displaying the body of an animal is not funny. The goal is to get 5,000 signatures. And as of this morning, how many do you think they've had?
1,500.
3,500.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
3,500.
Yeah, well, points for us. He won.
That was right on the money.
All right. Florida gas prices. Anybody have to fill up soon?
Oh, man, I did it the other day.
I think I'm good.
Yeah. Ross?
Yeah, no, I filled up like last week.
Okay, well.
Every day I look at my Mach-E. Every day that we plug that thing in, I go, smartest guy ever. I hurt myself patting myself on the back.
Then that's a good thing, because Florida gas prices are at a 5-week high. AAA reported today the average price for a gallon is $4.21. Now, that's less than the record high of $4.38 a gallon back in March, but it's still $1.33 more than what consumers were paying this time last year. The national average hovers a bit higher at $4.32 a gallon. The price for diesel in the Sunshine State at a new record of $5.64 per gallon. On average, Florida drivers are paying $63 to fill up, about $20 more than this time last year.
I saw a diesel price at $5.84 this weekend.
Ooh.
I told you that my buddy's son
Just bought that brand new.
just sold a Honda Accord to buy an F-250 four-wheel drive diesel. It was brilliant.
Oh. All right. Well, it hasn't happened yet. We've talked about the fact that the National Hurricane Center has been really seriously considering over the last couple of years moving the date of the start of hurricane season from June 1st to 2 weeks earlier in mid-May. And I'm surprised, actually. This is really the first time it kind of seems to have taken a little bit longer. I remember years past that something formed in April, but the first tropical wave of the season is forming in the Atlantic.
Yay.
Officials with the National Hurricane Center in Miami say the wave developed yesterday near the coast of Africa, West Coast. The formation comes just 3 weeks ahead of the official start of hurricane season, June 1st. Florida Division of Emergency Management took to Twitter today to remind residents now is the time to start building your disaster supply kit so you don't have to be in those horrendous lines fighting over that last gallon bottle of water.
I got to tell you, I got a weird vibe. There's going to be a couple of wallopers this year. I don't know what it is. You just get the feeling that
you've said that before.
Going to be some wallopers this year.
Yeah, you've said that before.
I don't know that we can dodge them 5 years in a row anymore. Remember how we used to do that? We'd have a wave like 2004, and then you wouldn't really see a hit around here for a while. Remember the Panhandle started getting it for a while, but man, I don't know. It just feels like we're due again. We just dodged so many bullets and just jutting out into the hot ass Atlantic as those things started stirring up. It's almost arrogant to believe that you're not going to get popped by one.
Exactly. And that's something, that folks like up in the Northeast and in Texas.
Yeah.
Years past, it just kind of became, that's Florida's problem. That's Florida's problem. And then those storms show that anywhere where the seaboard becomes your problem.
Yeah. I actually last year just started paying attention to sales on like canned foods and stuff. Usually we don't buy a lot of that type of thing. But I started paying more attention to the things I would probably need in case of losing power for a long period of time, simply because.
Just like we talked about before, the lesson learned after Charlie in 2004, the first question I heard after Are You Safe is, where the hell can I get some coffee?
Right, propane, coffee.
Where can I get some coffee?
Can I heat some water?
Exactly. This is a couple of bad news stories out of South Florida where the owner of a popular food boat is devastated after his boat sank off Fort Lauderdale.
Well, that's what happens when you make it out of cheeseburgers.
An employee at Jay's Sandbar food boat said yesterday they were hit by a wake from a passing boat, and the starboard rigger was sheared right off. In less than 5 minutes, the boat capsized. The owner says it's a total loss, but he's grateful no one was hurt, and he says it could have been much, much worse. He promises to rebuild, but he doesn't have insurance.
Oh, no.
Yikes. So he could be out of pocket for at least $80,000.
Oh, man. I know the new idea I hear is he's going to build it out of saltines.
Yeah.
Well, probably all he's going to be able to afford because a GoFundMe page has already raised over $700.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah.
No, that's not good.
He said 7, and I was like, all right, that's actually a good start. And then he said 100. I was like, he needs more friends.
Yeah, exactly.
That's gas for an hour.
Yeah.
All right, sticking in South Florida with a run of bad luck, a South Florida man is paying the price after bringing a woman he met at a nightclub back to his place.
Oh, buddy.
Dude.
Not good.
Come on now.
He's probably lucky that's the only thing he got ripped off on.
Well, the victim tells Miami police he brought the mystery woman back to his high-rise apartment and woke up to find his pricey collection of watches gone.
I bet that was her real name, too.
Now, yeah. What do you think his collection of watches?
God.
Don't
in
go
Miami?
too crazy. In Miami.
A Miami club hopper who probably showed them off because he thought that would probably get him a little. I'll go $250,000.
Oh.
Ooh. Too high.
Yeah, $50,000.
What do you mean too high?
Yeah, that's
not.
She knows the answer. But I know
you
the
guessed,
answer.
and she said too high. That's what
Okay.
she means by too high.
And he said 50,000.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot the gap here.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a 75,000.
Points Ross, $200,000.
Oh, I wasn't that far off. My God.
Yeah, no.
He said $2.5 million.
I know. I said $250,000.
$250,000, which
I
is
thought you said-
$250,000.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, you were closest. I heard million out of
Oh,
your
yeah,
mouth.
my bad. Yeah,
okay.
$250,000.
Well, in the video surveillance, a woman can be seen getting in the elevator with a large bag in the early morning hours. Was it Cardi B? Police are still searching for the thief.
Mm-hmm. Good luck.
Doesn't that?
By the way, those are already gone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those watches are gone for sure. They're gone.
Overseas?
Yeah, wherever. I mean, you just get them to some fence and they're gone. I mean, they got no chance. Those things are gone. It's like when they lift a car to part it out. Look, 20 minutes after that car's cranked, that thing is apart.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not joking. They're not hanging out and waiting to see what happens.
Well, this last story is one that I love. I wish this would happen to me, but I just never seems to go to the right thrift store. But a Texas antiques dealer, we both talked about this off the air, but they say a Roman bust she bought at a Goodwill turned out to be an actual ancient relic. Laura Young purchased the bust for just under $35 at the thrift store in Austin in 2018. After suspecting the antique was very old, she shared her discovery with a London auction house that confirmed the statue is actually 2,000 years old.
Wow.
And from the late 1st century BC or early 1st century AD, I think it depicts Caesar's son. The bust was listed in a 100-year-old catalog from a German art museum. The statue will be displayed at the San Antonio Museum of Art before it's returned to Germany.
Wow. Oh, so they took it from her?
Apparently.
Hold up now.
I don't know what the deal is with ancient antiquities, but because I believe it was pilfered during the World War II
I see.
and came from somewhere in Germany,
I see.
That's why they'll be returning that bust.
I better get a pretty good tax credit, though. Something. You just can't have me turn over a 2,000-year-old relic I bought with my hard-earned money.
Well, it's only $35, Jimmy.
What kind of money was it?
Hard-earned money.
Hard-earned money.
Heart attack money.
I'd give you a buzzer, but it's going to take 5 minutes to hear it.
Listen. What was weird? What happened?
I gave you a buzzer on your guess at $250,000. And you just heard it. That's how low.
Oh, really?
I hit that button 5 minutes ago.
Oh, I didn't know what the hell you were buzzing a second ago. I was like, well,
yeah,
that
dude,
time.
We're running on Windows 95 back
very
here.
nice. Very nice.
Only the best for us, people.
Fingers crossed for the update during the break, all right?
Yeah. I just hope we make it till 7.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, man. And now you all are officially woke, and Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Like you, I bet, would love to stop paying rent and buy your own home, but there's so many questions, and every day, scarier and scarier headlines. Well, don't let that stuff worry you, because that mortgage guy, Don, truly has all of the expertise that you need in your home buying and mortgage process, and he loves to answer questions. He'd love to answer yours right now, and it's as easy as finding him at homeloansradio.com, or you can also check him out at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecasting. We are in for some beautiful weather over the next couple of days. A rare treat with cool lower 80s for highs, partly cloudy skies, and a nice breeze. It's thanks to a coastal low that's going to bring some showers and thunderstorms to the region Thursday and some big waves to the coastline, even a chance for some coastal erosion. So heads up if you're heading to the Atlantic beaches. And it's wake heat returning for the weekend with highs in the mid-90s. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Gas prices are high, so ride Amtrak and fuel your adventurous side without breaking your travel budget. Amtrak gets you there with more money in your wallet. Book in advance and save up to 20% at Amtrak.com. Restrictions and exclusions apply.
If you're a rental property owner, you already know you do a lot of things yourself, but there are 2 things you can't do unless you hire the Realty Medics. Get real-time information on your properties and get an entire year's worth of rent up front. Yeah, only the Realty Medics offers upfront rent. You can get a year's worth paid up front, putting $10,000 to $30,000 in your pocket fast. But not only that, only the Realty Medics has the Property Performance Dashboard, where you can track showings and applications, rent payments, tenant last-minute damage estimates, and more. Even better, you can track your rental investment performance just like you would a stock. Just 2 more reasons why the Realty Medics are the highest rated and most reviewed property management company in Central Florida, and that's with over 1,400 properties. Take just 5 minutes on therealtymedics.com to see how they've made DIY landlording obsolete, and for a limited time, they'll even give you 2 months of management free when you use promo code FREE1041. Again, that's therealtymedics.com, promo code FREE1041.
Navy Federal Credit Union, how may I help you?
Hi, my name's Kevin. I'm active duty military, so I'm trying to figure out my options while I'm stationed here.
Hey, Kevin, sure thing. Navy Federal is celebrating Military Appreciation Month, so you called the right place. With our member-exclusive deals tailored to the military community, you can earn more with a savings rate that's more than 3 times the industry average.
Wow, I guess you could say it's like a match made for Kevin. Get it?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Very good.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we understand our members better than anyone. That's why we've made it our mission to help military members, veterans, and their families for over 85 years. During Military Appreciation Month, we're celebrating the commitment that connects us. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/celebrate. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Value claim based on Navy Federal's 2020 member give-back study.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired a lounge singer to be their office receptionist.
Hello, this is Mickey Marquis, and you've reached the office of Doug & Associates. Thank you very much. Catch me Tuesday nights at the Hotel Johnson. Hello?
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Doug & Associates, this is Mickey Marquis. Hello?
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
Hand me that nail gun. Here you go. And here's the fries. Lunch. Who's hungry? You know, maybe instead of loading up a nail gun with French fries to feed the crew, we should just order lunch through Easy Cater. Food from all our favorite restaurants. My bad. On time and as ordered. Huh. Load up the hot dogs while I think about it.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank. Hi. She was born to care, and she always had your back.
You could say that.
Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacy Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash, just in time to protect Stacy's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
You're the one everyone looks to for answers. Come rain or shine, the job must get done, and you're the one who makes it happen. We get you, Jackie in Fresno, putting your employee safety first. And Manny in Chattanooga, whose local Granger team knows him by name. We're here for you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support and access to product specialists to help you find what you need. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hand me that nail gun. Here you go. And here's the fries. Lunch. Who's hungry? You know, maybe instead of loading up a nail gun with French fries to feed the crew, we should just order lunch through Easy Cater. Food from all our favorite restaurants. My bad. On time and as ordered. Huh. Load up the hot dogs while I think about it.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Car crash? Call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Just trying to avoid the next round of corporate layoffs by proving our relevancy in the virtual world. Follow us, please. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
I just picked up a $300 catering order that is supposed to be somewhere in 5 minutes, and somebody got into an accident on the turnpike, and now I'm going to be here for the next 45 minutes. I am in an Olive Garden hell of garlic bread and baked ziti.
Buddy just pulled from the side of the road and let it rip. Take a bite. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Anybody else picture Jim when you hear Dancing Queen?
Oh, that's what I do. I am the dancingest queen of them all.
You would have to change the lyrics to, like, Sachet Queen.
I can dance.
I think it's more of a...
Don't you love it when one guy can dance and he knows he can dance, all of a sudden nobody else can dance?
Right.
He does the same thing with his comedy. He looks down at everyone else who has that dream.
You know what you are? You're a snoot.
He is.
Listen,
What's a snoot?
Anybody can have comedy for a dream. I just stand by that. That's what she said. Those people, we don't really get along. I don't like that joke.
Snoot. What a snoot. I like
not sophisticated enough.
Oh, I'm snooty.
You probably hate this too, don't you, Snoot?
This song's great.
It is good. You're right. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Very good.
I
mad?
like Give Me a Man.
Give You a Man?
Yeah.
Mark that.
Or that's the name of the song. ABBA. Gimme.
I think
it's called Gimme, 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 actually. Yeah, send dudes. I love them.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. I've never heard that.
Oh, yeah.
Gimme, Gimme, Gimme from ABBA?
Yeah, I think.
Is that the new one?
Yeah, I don't know.
No. Give me a man after midnight. I like that song.
I've not heard that. Give Me a Man After Midnight?
Yeah. It's a good song. It's a good tune. I'm not saying I want a man after midnight.
I mean, you just said it a bunch. I'm just saying.
I'm saying that I like the song.
Yeah, all right. Very good.
The song rips.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
Oh, yeah, dude. This is the jam right here, Jim. You're missing out.
Is this an ABBA tune?
It is.
Wow.
It's an ABBA song. Ooh, hit me with the strings, ABBA. Give me goosebumps.
It only has 303 million views.
That's all?
Oh, listen. We dancing. I'm on a horse.
This has been sampled before, hasn't it?
A whole bunch. Madonna.
Yeah.
Madonna sampled this song.
Wow. That's funny. I've heard the sample, but I've never heard the tune.
Look at that.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, this song is timeless.
My favorite ABBA song of all time by far is SOS. That's a good one. Play SOS for me, Jack.
Like, this is just the ABBA segment.
Yeah, exactly.
I got the jukebox.
You are a jukebox DJ.
Jack Flash.
Jack Flash.
Oh, yeah. I just feel like an empowered woman when I hear this song.
Damn. They were basically asking for a booty call.
Yeah.
And they were married to those two guys. Or with them.
That must have been weird performing that one live.
A little odd.
Just looking at thousands of people saying, I want a different man.
You don't have SOS?
He's all sad.
I gotta find it.
How do you not have SOS in there, dude? It's the greatest.
How do I not have it? I don't run a disco station. That's why I don't have it.
Well, you have that one.
And Jack also doesn't.
I played that off YouTube actually. So.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is too good for words right here. So sad at first.
Oh, this is great.
But then there's redemption, Ross.
Yeah,
then there's redemption.
So this is you, hand on the shower wall.
Oh man. Singing into the shower head.
Just feeling every syllable as the hot water
just rips into my chest hair. And then I have an odd pinkish area in my front. Listen to this.
They're great,
man.
Why does this give me the chills? Or maybe because it's like 40 degrees in here. I don't know.
Over there.
Such a good band.
Is it now too cold in your room?
Too good. Too good.
It's the
too
emotion.
good.
Come on, are you kidding me?
Too good.
It's the Jim Colbert Show listening hour.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't see that at Tool.
Oh man. Tool sucked.
Yeah.
Did not.
Jim, is this like your
Stupid.
Is this your rollerblading music?
No.
No, this-
You know what? ABBA would never, ever, ever do what Tool did to their audience. Never. They'd play exactly what the audience wanted to hear. Like true professionals. Not like entitled douchebags.
It's a balance.
It's not a balance. There's no balance.
I think there should be a balance. I think you feed both mouths. You feed the artists by going, we want to play these songs. Then you also, play the songs that the audience obviously showed up to hear.
Jack just die a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
There you go, very
It just makes me so emotional.
All right, 407-916-1041 coming up. We'll have your first or your second keyword of the day coming up in just a second. Did you guys ever wonder if the hair of the dog was actual? You heard that, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? You're kind of feeling that a little bit today, right?
No, I'm not hungover. I drank a lot of water.
Here, take some
So
tequila.
everybody has that hangover thing. But,
Yeah.
and for years we've heard, right?
Hair of the dog
Hair of the
that bit
dog
ya.
that bit you, right? So whatever you got drunk on, when you wake up the next morning with a hangover, you take a drink, and that's supposed to help you out, right?
Oh, God, no.
Well, they found out scientifically if that is true or not true, and I'll tell you what that is next.
Oh.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Well, avoid southbound travel on the Turnpike. A serious crash still has the right lane blocked and traffic is not moving southbound between County Road 561 and Mineola. We'll let you know when this starts to clear out. Eastbound I-4 is still a heavy ride between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. We're still seeing slowdowns westbound too between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Enjoy smoothies, refreshers, hot and iced lattes, or try the new frozen coffee and frozen refreshers. Wawa is your handcrafted beverage happy place. Gotta have a Wawa.
Inflation might be increasing. However, you can still lock in your price for new windows and doors with FAS Windows and Doors because they will honor that contract price of when you sign. FAS has the largest selection of windows and doors in Orlando. They have a showroom in Winter Park right off of I-4, and you can check out over 38 unique windows on display ready for you to operate. When I replaced my windows, I didn't think too much about windows. I just knew the ones I had were not great. They were the construction grade, aluminum frame, single pane windows. Man, that changed the day FAS Windows and Doors installed new windows, double pane, low E windows, vinyl sided, made my home look nicer, made my home more energy efficient, so I'm saving money, but also peace of mind because my home is more secure with that security impact glass. See what FAS Windows and Doors can do for your home. Estimates are always free. Lifetime warranty is available on all their products. And you act now, you're going to get rebates of $55 per window, $95 per door, and they're great people to boot. You find them online at FASWD.com.
Monster Jam World Finals returns to Orlando. The world's best drivers will be competing for 4 world championships. Witness electrifying encores. Plus, your ticket comes with free access to the biggest pit party of the year. Monster Jam World Finals, as big as it gets. Coming to Camping World Stadium May 21st and 22nd. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Visit monsterjam.com for event details.
Here's a top move for hiring a divorce attorney. See how they look and handle themselves on video or audio. Chances are that's them at their best, with editing, setup, and multiple takes. The courtroom is live. Mediation is live. Make sure your divorce lawyer is going to make you look good. At Trenley Kramer Law, we handle family law and divorce. TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Spectrum is America's leading internet provider, delivering ultra-fast gig speeds you need on the high-performance network you want. And Spectrum's advanced home Wi-Fi is security made simple, automatically blocking outside threats, along with 99.9% network reliability. So no matter what you do online, you can do it faster, safer, and more reliably with Spectrum Internet. Get 200 megabits per second for only $49.99 a month. Visit Spectrum.com today for details. Based on internet subscribers among top internet service providers. Restrictions apply.
Want to sell your car for top dollar at a dealership you can trust? Let Off Lease Only give you cash for your car today. At Off Lease Only, they pride themselves on offering drivers the biggest inventory of the most popular used cars updated daily. That means they're always looking for used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs just like yours. Whether you want to sell your car outright or trade it in for a newer model, Off Lease Only is here to offer you top dollar for your trade. Selection, convenience, value. Online at offleaseonly.com or in person at the dealership just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy.
Do you like no-filter, full flavors? Smirnoff Ice Smash is a collision of delicious fruit flavors like strawberry and lemon or peach and mango in a premium malt beverage. Grab a can of Smirnoff Ice Smash at your local store today. Smirnoff Ice Smash, bold flavor for the people. Please drink responsibly.
Introducing the Amscott Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and this is my client, Raphael.
I had unexpected slip and fall. You were the only guys that were willing to take it. The insurance company offered me a low ball amount. I was able to secure over 10 times that amount. If you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
One thing people really love about International Diamond Center, their diamond experts are not paid on commission.
No commission structure means no pressure, brutal honesty, no fluff.
That's IDC veteran diamond expert Robbie Blue, who says this approach removes the stress and puts you in control.
If I've got 3 items here and it doesn't benefit me to sell you any one of those, I want you to pick what you like.
There's zero incentive to upsell you or steer you in a more expensive direction.
If I show you 3 diamonds that are the shape that you're after and the size, and if one is 11,000, one is 8,000, and one is 6,000, do you see a difference? No commission means I can tell you that take that 2,000 or 3,000 and put it somewhere in your life that will make a difference. If you can't tell the differences, then don't spend it.
No commission sales means more honesty, more transparency, and overall just a more pleasant experience.
It makes it more fun. It makes it more enjoyable, I think, for me, and very much believe for the client.
International Diamond Center, 4 Orlando locations.
Now, it's your time to make more money and be your own boss. Come to the Franchise Show on May 21st and 22nd at the Hyatt Regency Orlando to meet with the best money-making franchises. Learn how you can open a successful business. This life-changing event is your only chance to see all the hottest money-making opportunities in one place. Find the perfect business for you at the Franchise Show, presented by the Entrepreneur's Source, May 21st and 22nd, the Hyatt Regency Orlando. Get tickets at FloridaFranchiseShow.com.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch, if you're into that kind of thing, at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 4 o'clock keyword is cash, C-A-S-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. Cash. Let's start the week off with a winner today. Let's get it. Remember, if you're playing the game, you got to pick your phone up.
No matter what it says.
No caller ID.
Yeah, it's going to say
restricted.
These guys
Private.
caught on. We can't tell you anymore because we don't know, but it's going to come in with all kinds of stuff. But
it will not say scam likely.
Yeah, it will not say that. But you do have to pick it up if you want to win that money. Again, your 4 o'clock keyword is cash. Good luck. We hope you win for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Sports coming up in just a few minutes with our buddy Brandon Kravitz. Big weekend in sports. Derby went down this weekend. Great race. We'll go over that. NBA playoffs. Orlando City soccer we're going to talk about a little bit.
NHL playoffs.
If there's anything, I don't know.
I'm hoping the Maple Leafs finally make it.
Really? Are you a big hockey girl?
I'm from Green Bay.
She's done nothing but talk about soccer for 3 years on this show. Hockey. for 3 years on this show.
I didn't know that she was like into it though. I know you know about it,
I'm
but
not
she wears
into it, but that's my brother's favorite team.
Oh, I
and
see.
the
She
last time
jerseys all the time.
the last time the Leafs were in it, he was in boot camp for the Marine Corps.
Okay.
That's how long it's been and missed it. And it's been that long since the Maple Leafs.
Listeners can attest to this. During the sports segment with Brandon Kravitz, she turns her her camera off, so you don't see the vitriol and anger on her face, the fact that the two of you ignore hockey every week.
We get about 2 texts every single week we do sports, and it just says, no hockey again, huh?
They're out there.
We know, buddy. We're sorry.
You know.
It is La Florida, although it's odd that we do have 2 of the better teams in the league, right?
Yeah, reach out when Tampa Bay wins something,
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
Then we'll pay attention.
Right.
Oh,
well,
wait.
they did, didn't they? Yeah.
2 years in a row.
Exactly. Stanley Cup. Hello.
I have to
That's
tell
why
you,
I'm worried it's Game 5.
You think that part of the hockey thing is it's so hard to follow. You can't see the puck. The damn thing is moving so quickly, you don't really know where the action is. It's just a big blur. Now, I know Fox tried putting a dot on that thing, right? For a while, it would go around. It was like a neon blue or yellow or something. You could see it moving around, but it's so hard. So hard to watch. Man,
To me, that's golf.
Really?
Ugh.
No. But golf because of boredom. Hockey because you can't find the damn thing. You can't see the puck.
Boredom and yeah.
I mean, if you're not into golf, I can understand. I mean, watching golf, if you're not into it, I was watching it yesterday. I was like, man, if somebody's looking up from above, it must look very sad. Maybe you're sitting here watching these guys walk around, basically. With hockey, though, I have to tell you, when it comes to impressive athleticism, the one thing about hockey that will never get credit, those guys are all like football player-sized dudes, on skates. And maintaining it really is unbelievable how athletic they are.
It's kind of like with baseball and with hockey. To me, the positions that are physically the most that just make you go, damn, are the catchers and the goalies.
Oh, the goalies, yeah.
Because of their knees. Yeah. The ability to get down like that and be able to move fast like that when you're built like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right. Music? No. All right. So right before we went to break, I was telling you guys that we've heard this term for so many years. If you're hungover the day before, the day after, they always say, well, get some, take some of what was it the hair of the dog that bit you, right?
Yeah.
And basically what that's supposed to mean, if you get hammered on whiskey the night before, when you wake up that next morning, you have that hangover, do a shot of whiskey, it's supposed to make you feel better.
I have always been a very outspoken hater of this thought.
Okay,
so I'm invested on this.
Okay, so you're a hater of this thought, Jack. Now, this is an actual study, so they figured out whether or not this is true or not. Jack, did you ever buy into the hair of the dog theory?
No.
But you're not much of a drinker, though.
No. I have.
Have you had a hangover before, Jack, ever in your
yeah.
life? Okay,
Oh,
I
hell
have to double check.
I've been through that
But
phase.
never, I've heard of hair of the dog, but the first thing when you wake up, I can't even.
Well, if you get up and you realize, I'm hungover and my head feels like it has an arrow through it, you're trying to figure out anything that'll give you some relief.
And
you can't get to the Excedrin migraine fast enough.
I think I've done this before. I've been hungover over beer and then woke up with a morning beer because someone told me this.
Right.
And I think I've also tried it multiple times. And each time I felt like, man, this is not smart. I'm doing this,
more damage.
I'm doing the thing that made me feel this way. How is the cure also going to be the problem? Doesn't make much. Have you tried this, Deb?
Yeah, but
it's about as much as a cure as the original reason you were drinking, to drown whatever sorrows or escape whatever thing you were trying to escape. It doesn't cure it. It just alters your being.
I still think there can't be anything better than water, so I have to think that the study is going to come out and say that it doesn't work.
And by the way, Jack, not everybody drinks to forget.
Okay.
I'll speak for yourself.
I just drink so that I'm tolerable to other people.
See?
That's what I do. I drink to make
cut the edge
myself.
off.
I drink to make myself more palatable to humanity.
And we
because without it,
appreciate
I am intolerable without it. I'm drunk now.
Little bourbon to soften the edges.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't drink to forget. I drink to make memories that I will forget.
There you go. Now that needs to go on a T-shirt.
So this actually has a medieval origin. Did you guys know that?
Really? No.
The tactic seemingly stems from the medieval theory that the source of an ailment could also be the remedy for it. This thought eventually led to the expression, the hair of the dog that bit you, which resulted in the development of fur-filled tonics from suspected rabid dogs in hopes of preventing rabies infections in humans. In other words, they figured if you had rabies, we would give you a drink that was made from the hair of dog that had rabies and then give that to you. You know, they call it a double rabies.
Right.
It's like when you go to the medieval bar and ask for a double, you have to be very careful. So you're about to get double down on rabies.
Yeah, no ice. I'll have it neat.
So that's according to Oxford University. So, I mean, they've probably done their research. Well, so it said that they went ahead and they tried to find out if that is the fact. Does hair of the dog actually work? The short answer is
yes.
Yes, it does. 100% it does. This is according to Ken Perry, an emergency physician in South Carolina. The feeling of a hangover is due to the receptors being without alcohol. Right? Many of the symptoms, including headache and gastrointestinal upset, are minimized if the alcohol is reintroduced and the receptors are no longer absent of alcohol. But before you go out there and grab yourself that fifth and chunk it down because you can't seem to get the sprinklers to work.
Yeah, no, it's just got to be like one little.
It says the problem is it isn't really like that. You're not really curing the hangover. You're just postponing the hangover. It's like you're giving it another wave so that you can deal with that same issue in another 2 or 3 hours.
It's like going through heroin withdrawal thing. Oh, a little heroin is all I need right now. You know,
Exactly.
Takes the edge off.
It says the government agency's brochure states that while drinking alcohol while hungover may, quote, temporarily minimize some of the symptoms, it could also contribute and prolong the malaise of other symptoms of the hangover. And I will say,
like a red wine hangover.
I'm telling you, man, I've been gastrointestinally sick in my life. I've had food poisoning. One time had it so bad, it was like days, like 3 days of all the stuff that comes with food poisoning. You don't need to, all of the exits, of food poisoning. And I'm telling you, it is right there with my worst hangover ever. That's how bad that was. I drank 2 bottles of red wine in a night and a bunch of other stuff. And that next morning, I'm just telling you, I told my wife, I said, turn the AC down to 50, shut the windows, and don't talk to me until Tuesday. I mean, it felt like I was going to fall in half. I've never felt that bad. A headache so bad it made, like, I hear migraine. I know you suffer with migraines. I hear migraine sufferers talk about headaches that make them sick to their stomach.
Oh, yeah.
That they make you vomit. They're so brutal and dry. And just that dry, awful ache where it feels like your eyes are just going to fall out. That's red wine. And champagne is the worst.
Tannins. Yeah, the tannins and then the red wine. And champagne.
Champagne is the worst.
Oh, you're right.
Never had a hangover on champagne or wine.
Listen, buddy, let me learn from me. Learn from me.
Wait,
don't do it.
I thought it was red wine that put you on the floor of your shower.
Listen, I've had a couple moments with that. Oh, you mean him? No.
Yeah, because remember there was that time in
Christoph. Yeah, but he's not a wine drinker.
No, that was dehydration and old fashions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good choice.
See, I don't get the hangovers from beer. I don't get hangovers from beer. That's kind of weird that you say that. You're like,
I like my bourbon with a side of dehydration, please.
Well, that dehydration you're going to get, but good choice on the old fashions. You know,
saving yourself some money with that dehydration. That old fashioned goes longer.
Yeah. It's just an empty glass. I've never been hungover off of champagne, red wine.
I think champagne's the worst. People always say tequila, but I think what they think is because you get that flavor in your mouth. When you drink either bourbon, scotch, or tequila, you have that lingering flavor of that in your mouth, and I think that's what makes it worse. But with wine, it is just pure misery, especially red wine.
Yeah,
just misery, and it's almost like and if you drink cheap like red blends, it will kill you. I mean, it is the worst.
I
always wish they would.
I always hate when people hate tequila. That's how much I like tequila these days. Because everyone's first instance with tequila is Cuervo Gold.
Yeah, right? It's always just slamming shots with lime and salt. You're not really drinking a cocktail made from it or just drinking it straight.
And that's how, and Ross is onto something because in Mexico, tequila is never slammed as a shot.
No,
it's an after dinner drink. Exactly. It's a much more respected
or
drink.
with dinner drink.
And then also that Cuervo Gold. And I'll be honest with you, one of my favorite tequilas I've ever had is a Jose Cuervo. They're like Reserva de la Familia.
Yeah.
They have really high-end tequila, but everyone knows Jose Cuervo is that gold, which if you want to try tequila, get the 100% de agave. You have to find that 100% agave on that label.
Don't make drinks with it. Whatever you do, just simply don't make drinks with it. Don't make a margarita with it.
No.
Save that for that stuff, the handle stuff.
Yeah, if it's super, super nice, definitely try to grab it neat, maybe with some ice. But, I mean, I'm not going to disrespect a Paloma. Palomas are
okay. Yeah, that would be different, though.
Fantastic.
All right, 407-916-1041. Let's take a little break. Sports next with Brandon Kravitz right here on Real Radio 104.1.
Let's drink.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic still at a standstill, unfortunately, from this crash heading south on the turnpike between County Road 561 and Mineola. The right lane is still blocked there. Eastbound travel on I-4 still very heavy between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. And we're seeing delays still westbound between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. The beach line up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. When you apply for a home loan, there are different options depending on your situation and needs. With Rocket Mortgage, you can see how different down payments, monthly payments, and closing costs will impact your loan and your budget. When you need a lender who works for you, Rocket can.
It's no secret DIY security systems are a joke. No. Self-respecting crook out there pays attention to them. Most cops don't either. Most national alarm companies aren't much better, although they do charge a little bit more. Safe Touch security systems are the most advanced systems out there offered on the market. It starts with every Safe Touch system being professionally designed using layers of protection. They begin with that Safe Touch yard sign. That represents the only guaranteed response in the industry. That next layer, that's the Safe Touch perimeter guard cameras. They use analytics and text video notification, letting you know before the crime actually happens with 24/7 onboard video storage. Cameras also alert would-be criminals that they've been detected and they're being recorded. But it doesn't stop there. The Safe Touch Always On feature means that if anyone tries to violate your area of protection, Safe Touch is notified before they even enter the house. They call it their dome of protection. And if someone does get through, the Safe Touch two-way communicator has them in an average of 11 seconds. That eliminates the need for a call for verification and sends emergency help immediately. Not to mention all that professionally installed by its highly trained pros and the Safe Touch Monitoring Center right here in Orlando. All this costs way less than you think. Call 888-723-8682. Get that free estimate demo today. Visit safetouch.com. State license EF233.
1, 2, 3, 4. The legendary Paul McCartney got back live. A once-in-a-lifetime must-see event. Paul McCartney, performing a catalogue of music that's formed the soundtracks of our lives. One night only in Orlando. Camping World Stadium, Saturday, May 28th. Get tickets now at paulmccartneygotback.com.
If your grocery delivery is just okay, that's not okay. But good news, now Kroger is here to not just deliver groceries, but over-deliver with freshness guaranteed. And the coolest trucks, literally, they're refrigerated to beat the heat, so your salad always has that farm fresh snap. Sound more than okay? Then order today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
For a limited time, you can get $15 off your next 3 orders for savings up to $45. Offer valid with digital coupon while supplies last.
Introducing the Amscott Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired a lounge singer to be their office receptionist.
Hello, this is Mickey Marquis, and you've reached the office of Doug & Associates. Thank you very much. Catch me Tuesday nights at the Hotel Johnson. Hello?
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Doug & Associates, this is Mickey Marquis. Hello?
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
Have information on a crime or suspicious activity?
Want to be anonymous? Say it here. It's that simple.
Call Crime Line 800-423-8477. 24/7.
Or visit crimeline.org, paid by CSTF.
Racetrack gas pump thought number 4. Because waiting for your tank to fill up is the perfect time to think about,
what if I could have a cookout in my car? That way, I could have a barbecue pulled pork sandwich and barbecue chicken pizza, all slathered in Sweet Baby Ray's. I'll call it a barbecue.
With flavor this good, call it whatever you want. Try Racetrack's new barbecue pulled pork sandwich and chicken pizza, both made with Sweet Baby Ray's. Available for a limited time at participating locations. Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
Now, it's your time to make more money and be your own boss. Come to the Franchise Show on May 21st and 22nd at the Hyatt Regency Orlando to meet with the best money-making franchises. Learn how you can open a successful business. This life-changing event is your only chance to see all the hottest money-making opportunities in one place. Find the perfect business for you at the Franchise Show, presented by the Entrepreneur's Source, May 21st and 22nd, the Hyatt Regency Orlando. Get tickets at FloridaFranchiseShow.com.
You want to save energy, water, and money, but don't know where to begin? It's easier than you think, and OUC is here to help every step of the way. With 16 different residential rebates, from ceiling insulation and duct repair to solar thermal water heaters, you can save hundreds. So invest in energy and water efficiency and see the savings you can generate. Visit ouc.com/ways to save. Do it today. That's ouc.com/ways to save.
iHeartRadio salutes the graduating class of 2022. Get your cap, your gown, because it's going down. A specially curated playlist featuring the biggest hits of this year you'll always be linked to. And it's not just about the class of 22. Download the free iHeartRadio app for the biggest hits from the year you graduated. 72, we got you. 95, you too. Plus, enjoy podcasts that'll help you map out your best life, whether you're just entering the real world or been here for a while. The free iHeartRadio app. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
Divorce? Call Trindley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Jim, I drink to celebrate the hangover.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in on this gorgeous, God almighty, beautiful Monday afternoon. A little overcast or a little partly cloudy. Beautiful, like 80 degrees. It's been a little cool today, and then it is about to get blazy. This is the last blast. Enjoy it. Soak it all up, Florida.
You keep saying that.
No, this is it for sure. You look on the other side of this, it's just pure 90s for the remainder. We'll see you in November. All right, 407-916-1041. Remember, your 4 o'clock keyword is cash, C-A-S-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Every Monday around this time, we invite our good friend Brandon Kravitz over from 96.9 The Game. He talks sports every day from 3 until 6 over there. What's up, BK? Good to see you.
Yeah! Rocking out over here.
Oh, yeah.
BK! Thank you, guys. That was great.
Take your shirt off.
Okay, here it goes.
Oh, man.
Only for the stream.
Oh,
hey,
man.
Deb, how you doing?
Yeah. Nice ab.
That was, yeah, I don't have those anymore. Those left the building a few years ago.
How was your weekend, Killer?
Pretty good. Went down to, it was a good weather report, Tom Terry, by the way.
Yeah,
That was
appreciate
really nice.
that. Don't call me Tom Terry. Hey, I'm Mr. Sunshine. I'm more of a...
Jim Sunshine.
I'm more of a...
Tom Sorrells?
I'm more of a Tom Sorrells guy. If you're going to Tom me out, it's Sorrells.
Gotcha.
Not that Terry's a bad guy.
Sounds like there's some animosity, and we'll have to talk about that later.
We will.
Okay.
It's an old high school fight thing we had to get over.
Yeah, I had a good weekend. I went down to one of our new things as we go down as a family to Celebration. What a cute little place that is.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Huh? Kind of weird, huh?
It's so strange that people. It just weirds me out that people live down there, and it's. There's part of me that thinks it's bizarre, and another part that's kind of jealous. And not because I'm not super into Disney. I'm not against it, but it's just not really my thing.
That'd be weird to be against it.
Oh, they're out there.
That'd be weird for you
Yeah,
to go.
there's anti-Disney people.
That'd be weird for you
I'm
to go.
not an anti-Disney person.
It'd be
but-
weird for you to go. I went down to Celebration, even though I hate Disney.
But it's not a Disney town. It's only
not.
the people that live there that make it Disney. As far as the little town itself, it's more like you're walking into Pleasantville. It just
Damn.
makes you happy.
It's a very
and it doesn't. They don't charge you to get in.
It's a very Stepford kind of thing,
It
right?
is.
So, but why did you go all the way down there when Baldwin's the same exact thing? And there's actually, I think, better choice of like little restaurants and stuff to go to. Baldwin's is basically I think Baldwin's built on the same theory as Celebration. If you look at the buildings and structures, it's literally the same exact thing.
HOAs are the same price.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Firstborn.
Yeah.
There are multiple lakes to walk around at Celebration. I think there's only that one big one.
Yeah, there are. If you go into the neighborhood of Baldwin, there are a number of others, but there is just that one big lake that has the paved path around it. But yeah, Baldwin's have the same kind of thing.
And when I drive out there, it feels like I'm on, even if it's for half the day, a little mini vacation. It's a step away from everything we have going on over here. I used to live in and around Baldwin, so it's kind of like going where you eat kind of thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like you're getting away.
That's fine. I'm not mad.
I'm explaining myself. You asked the question.
So we got
upset about that Tom Terry thing.
We got in trouble earlier today because we don't talk hockey. Do you have any hockey sports news today?
No.
See, we talked hockey.
There it is.
The Bruins tied up their series with the Hurricanes over the weekend, and the Tampa Bay Lightning seem to be back on track.
Tied that series. It's 2-2, and then Game 5 is Toronto.
Back to you in Canada.
Let's move on to Arena League football then.
You suck.
Well, people get mad at us all the time, and I tell them.
Wait, I don't think we've talked USFL yet.
Yeah, man. We gotta let's cover the ESPN 7 stuff.
Right.
Women's lacrosse.
Cornhole.
Oh, look, NHL postseason is tremendous. I just have a lot going on right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
I don't want to disrespect our listeners by pretending like I have any idea what I'm talking about. I'm not following the sport throughout the regular season, and then you get to the playoffs, and I'll watch playoff hockey if it's on, but it's not something that I come in the next day and I'm like, oh, you guys have to hear this opinion. It's going to knock your socks off.
And I'm guessing people who are from there are really into it. Probably have a hockey podcast they listen to for all that stuff anyway, right? That's run by guys who actually played the sport before.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, let's talk some sports then. Let's get into this weekend. Kentucky Derby. Let's start off with the biggest sports story out there.
That damn horse stole my win.
What a great race, though.
I went chalk. I bet on Epicenter. And here is this horse. And I'm like, here we go. I got the winner. He's a stride ahead of the horse behind him. And then out of nowhere.
This guy, there's a turbo. I mean, there's something happened.
I gotta know.
Happened. I don't know what happened to that horse. It looked like it was being propelled by an invisible force.
Rich Strike was in 17th place entering the final turn.
I saw that aerial footage, that drone footage of that turn, and just watching it move. Well, it's just fascinating.
The first 4 videos I saw on YouTube when I was watching the replays of the race was every one of them darkened the shot except for that little bright light around him, just to show just how amazing that was to work their way through the horses, because if you look at the path, it wasn't like he stuck inside, ran it all the way through. I mean, he was moving around the pack before he found that slot and got in there, and they just hit the nitrous, dude.
My God.
It was crazy.
If the other horses were running at 40 miles an hour, that one was going 65.
It's like he was picking up a half a stride every stride for that last 50 or 100 yards. It was just insane.
You know when you're on I-4 and there's that and you might be going 5-10 miles over the speed limit. You're just cruising right along, and then all of a sudden there's this car that whizzes by you so fast, your car shakes a little bit, and they're weaving in and out of traffic.
Right,
that was that horse.
That's what you look in the rear view and go, oh, he's pretty far back there. And then by the time you get your eyes back on the road, he's going by you.
I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand how that was possible, what that horse did.
It was amazing. They've called it the most exciting 2 minutes in sports, right? To me, the Derby's never lived up to that. Not one time. All the years that I've watched the Derby that I really paid attention, this is the only year I remember wow, that lived up to that, because that was a bananas race. It was
longest odds for a winner in a century. I mean, that stuff never happens. So I'm sure you'll have people next year for the Derby in 2023 that are taking the 80-1 odd horse and all that. It doesn't happen.
No,
that was so uncommon.
For that to happen, you have to be lucky. And it's either you're playing numbers, that you have your numbers that you play regardless of the horse and the odds, or you're playing the names.
Yeah, or it's a prop bet.
Yeah.
Or it's
you have some
a
people,
prop bet because they just take the very end for that reason, because it's the longest shot.
We had someone on our text line earlier that said that they do go to a Derby party where you actually pick names out of a hat. So you don't actually have a choice as to who your horse is. Everybody just gets randomly assigned.
I was telling a story earlier. Bobby Flay, one of the big clips coming out of this entire thing is Bobby Flay, the chef, was at the Derby doing that very thing, pulling a name out of the hat, and he freaked out because he pulled the 80-to-1 shot Rich
Strike.
and he made a big thing. Oh my God!
Yeah,
this horse doesn't have a chance.
Strike it, Rich. Come on.
Yeah, doing all this stuff.
And then the story behind it's pretty interesting and sad, honestly. 6 years ago, Eric Reed, who's the owner of the horse, thought that he might be out of the business. A lightning strike ignited a fire that killed 23 horses at his equine center in Lexington, Kentucky, and thought that was it. Rich Strike was a horse that was purchased for $30,000, which is, to me, a lot of money for anything. But these Derby horses
are like $500,000, though,
yeah,
or more. Yeah. Those purebreds are very expensive.
And now think of what the offspring of this horse is going to go for.
You hit the lottery. That's what what
really
happens.
is.
I mean, you hit the lottery. You can sire those things out for a couple years and just make.
It was nice to watch a Derby where I didn't have to listen to a Bob Baffert interview afterwards.
Right, exactly.
That was different too.
That's nice. Let's move on to Orlando City Soccer. The Braves back in the 80s had a term when they would go on these things, and they called swooning. And I think the Orlando City Soccer Club is officially in a swoon.
Yeah, and I think I found the line of when it started is since Cup play has started, since the U.S. Open Cup, which happens at a similar time, simultaneously with the MLS season, since Cup play has started, Orlando City lost 3-0 to the New York Red Bulls, which Ross called on this show the worst loss in years or maybe franchise history.
I mean, it was a 3-0, but you might as well call it a 10-0 because we never created a chance. We never forced a save from the opposition's goalkeeper.
Followed that up with a close call against Charlotte, which is not a fully built MLS franchise yet. It was 2-1, and we all went, okay, golf clap, you got 3 points, but you kind of knew that wasn't good. You should have been more.
Yeah.
And then a 4-1 loss to Montreal this past weekend. That has been since Cup play has started. Nice to get the win over the Tampa Rowdies. They're not an MLS team, and that's separate from the season itself. But that's the swoon right there. And I don't know if they have anything to do with each other, but since the attention has been split, the play has not been as solid offensively. I mean, they just didn't even travel to Canada for this game. So I'll be interested to see what tomorrow night looks like. We'll actually be out there, so I'm actually going to go to the game. If you guys are there, I'd love to hang out with you guys at Exploria Stadium.
Very nice.
For their match against Philadelphia in the Open Cup.
I think it's worth noting, though, that in that 4-1 loss, you had both center backs out. We have one center back, Antonio Carlos, who's a fan favorite and is kind of looked at as the best, if not close to the best defender that we have. And Robin Janssen also did not make the trip. He also didn't play. So you had a rookie and a backup as your center backs, which I will go out on a limb and say those are the two positions you don't want that to happen to.
Well, okay.
But that would okay, and now this is where I think I didn't play soccer growing up, so this is me just observing the sport. Everything works in conjunction, but we're talking about that being a lapse defensively. Maybe that accounts for part of the problem for why Montreal gets so many chances, but Orlando City didn't even generate any offense.
Their goal was off of a corner, it was off a set piece.
Are those two tied together as far as those injuries and all of that?
Absolutely.
With the lack of offense
also, somebody in the Texas service said that Montreal's the hottest team in the league right now.
I mean,
seems like it.
If I remember correctly, we beat them 2-0 at the start of the season. I think that was our opening home match was against Montreal. I might be dead wrong about that, but
no, that sounds right.
Their number 10 Torres definitely outplayed our number 17 Torres. It was not very fun to watch.
One shot in each half the Lions were able to muster.
God
that's
almighty.
Just not
wow.
That's not good.
Look, I'm a fleeting soccer fan, and I know that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know how bad that is. Yeah, you got to. That's the one thing I used to say about this team back in the day, even a couple of years ago. They just don't seem to be able to put shots on goal. I mean, even if they're errant or not scoring, the team is just not afraid of you. You know, they don't really they're not afraid of you offensively. You're not really doing anything to scare them.
You know, and right now it's not that much of a problem as far as where they are in the table. They're still in a really good position, but you can't let this become the season, because then the slide, everything's really jumbled up. It's so early on in the year right now. You've got months left of the season. Hopefully you can shake this, and it is just a swoon period, like you called it, but they're definitely down, and they've got to figure this stuff out.
Here with Brandon Kravitz, talking a little sports. He works at 96.9 The Game. You can hear him every day, 3 till 6 over there. Let's talk NBA playoffs. Is it still chippy out there? I haven't watched a lot.
God.
It's
all
beyond.
these series.
Yeah,
it's
right.
amazing.
Well, the John Morant thing I saw last night.
I got to calculate all these fines because there are more fines being handed out in the playoffs than I think I've seen in years or ever between all of these different games, especially with the Warriors and the Grizzlies. That series is getting really chippy, and the latest being Ja Morant, who was dribbling the basketball over half court, and a couple of Warriors defenders came over, Jordan Poole being one of them, kind of swiped. It looked like he was going after the basketball, but yanks at Ja Morant's knee, and Morant's twisting his ankle at the same time, and he dealt with a knee injury, a partial knee injury all throughout the course of the season. So he then tweeted out after the game, broke the code, because that was something that Steve Kerr has said about the Grizzlies in the last game.
Right, yeah.
And so now it just seems like they're kind of going back and forth.
Do you think it was dirty?
I do. I think it was dirty.
You really do?
Yeah.
Wow, I watched it a couple of times. I thought he was just going for the ball and it wound up like that. I don't. You think he grabbed him
These
like that for real?
athletes know. I give these athletes way too much credit. They know where these guys are dealing with injuries. He dealt with a sore right knee throughout the course of the season. He missed some games because of it. This series has become really aggressive. And I, by the way, don't have a problem with it. This is the name of the game. This is sports. If you can be subtle about the way that you try and injure somebody else, with like what Dylan Brooks did in the game prior, where he just clotheslined someone's head. That's a little much.
Yeah, that's
I
a
enjoy
wrestling
watching.
move.
It's entertaining for me to watch that, but I can then look at that and that's just flat out dirty and unnecessary.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, well, this is kind of the way it is. It's competitive basketball.
That's so malicious, though, considering that knee injuries are career enders. I mean, for a guy to grab a knee that he knows is already injured. I mean,
I'm just trying to slow you down a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
know.
like he,
That seems like it should be investigated, though. I mean,
this wasn't like a WWE move. He just he just yanked a
I
little
saw
bit.
him. He just kind of pulled a little bit, but I just again, I thought it was an accident. I think he had his hand in that position already, and when he went to strip the ball, that kind of hook that he created with his hand just grabbed his knee. I don't think he was trying to do it.
All right. Well, I mean,
should I be his attorney?
We'll never know. But I know that this series has become really chippy, super aggressive. These guys are going after each other, and here you have an opportunity to take out the best player on their team by a mile.
Yeah, one of the best players in the league.
Let's see if I can slow him down, because he's the only guy that's going to stop us. So. And you guys are pissing us off, so I'm going to yank at your knee a little bit.
But that's not even true, right? The Grizzlies actually had a really good season without it. He didn't play for a while, and didn't they 18-4 or something?
They have an incredible record without Ja Morant, but I mean, let's watch this game tonight and see how that plays out, because there's a difference between being able to do it in the regular season. You get to play teams like the Kings and the Magic. You know, unfortunately for us right now, we're part of that mix in the regular season, and you can get by without your best players. They, in fact, they even played the Warriors at one point without Ja Morant. So that's part of the stat. But the Warriors were without Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green
the team
in that game. So that doesn't matter.
The Warriors were there,
it doesn't mean anything.
The Warriors were without the Warriors.
Yeah.
They didn't have their entire team.
The Warriors are bringing Jordan Poole off the bench right now. Jordan Poole is the NBA's newest shiny star.
He could start anywhere else.
Anywhere else.
Right.
He's coming off the bench scoring 30 for the Warriors.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I picked the Suns to win the championship, and right now, Dallas, New Orleans gave them a series. Dallas is giving them one hell of a series, and Golden State just looks like a freight train right now, especially with Ja Morant out tonight. That's a 10-point spread tonight in the late game. And, I mean, I don't know how you take the Grizzlies tonight.
Yeah.
I would just stay away from it personally.
All
But
right.
I like the other series, the Bucks and the Celtics tonight, too. That's probably the best overall series that we have here in round two.
I guess I need to start watching a few of these
Oh,
games.
so
because,
good.
All right. God,
So good.
come on, Jim. God.
Okay, watch the Bucks and the Celtics tonight.
All right, I'll watch the Bucks and Celtics game.
The
I'll watch that
Celtics play
tonight.
a super physical style of defense, and all they want to do is knock Giannis off of his spot. But Giannis is built like the Incredible Hulk. It's so entertaining.
Yeah, he just knocks dudes over. All right, and then lastly, I know the NFL is able to keep their grip on the American public by slowly dribbling out information about their season and league all year long. And believe it or not, they're doing it again. I guess is now the schedule release has become even a thing with the NFL.
The NFL season. And I don't mean the actual playing season. I mean the season of the entire year, really. It's become a slow dribble. It's like when you leave your faucet on just a little bit. And it's
Right,
just drip,
so it doesn't
drip,
freeze.
Drip. There's always something. The way they time all this stuff out. We had the NFL draft, which garners all of this attention in late April. Here we are. It's only May 9th. And you've got coming up later this week an NFL schedule release, which will gobble up the sports headlines in this country yet again. And before we even get to that point, what did they do last week? They drip, 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 international games. And then this week, drip, 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 a couple of Monday Night Football games for you guys to talk about. And then boom, we're gonna turn the faucet all the way on, and we're gonna give you the entire schedule. And then that'll take up the next couple weeks, and then before you know it, it's training camp. And
hey, let me hit you with this. Ready? It's May, June, July, August.
There's no off season anymore.
I mean, it is just a few 60 days or so. There's going to be very little through the heat of summer. You will hear very little until training camp
June,
starts.
really?
Yeah.
I mean, they give you June.
Yeah,
June is that's the NBA's time.
How many games overseas? 5, 6 this year? I know that we have a couple in England, 2 or 3 in England. Jacksonville Jags.
I think it's 5. They're
the
going
one
to be
in Germany. I know the Bucks are playing in Germany. That was one of the big announcements this year.
Yeah,
and then,
Bucks, Seahawks in Germany, and then you've got the 49ers and the Cardinals in Mexico. And I think it's 3 games in London this year.
Wow.
A lot of 9:30s, stuff like that.
That must be very lucrative for the NFL to do that because, I mean, if you think about it for NFL fans, it really has no value for people watching NFL here in America. If anything, it takes a home game away. So really it's actually a detriment to the American fandom, but it must have a assload of value to the league, man.
I think the NFL pays the teams that go over there.
Yeah, I know, but it can't be that though, because there's
I'm talking about the teams
so much
themselves.
money around. You would have to be talking in the billions for it to even make news like that.
Well, you get the revenue of the fans
Sure.
that actually show up, and then it's marketing in other countries. You're trying to get your product out into England and Germany and Mexico and make it a global sport in the way that the NBA is.
And that's exactly what I mean. Like, they're finally putting that footprint down where they're really trying to make a push for that, and they must have done some pretty neat analytics to show what kind of cash that looks at. But I mean, that's going to be crazy. And the thing is really, it works. I would just think that a lot of teams, especially for the teams who agree to go over, are going to be super happy they're being deprived of a home game. Because, I mean, you only get so many opportunities a season to go.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you build these big stadiums, and then you get, 8 games?
Right, yeah.
Well, now you get the extra game, so that's nice.
Yeah. Well, thanks, buddy. It's always good seeing you, man.
Always a pleasure. Thanks a lot, Tom Terry.
All right, there he is, Brandon Kravitz. Oh, my God.
Got him.
It's Sorrels. It's Sorrels. How dare you? It's Sorrels.
Oh, I really enjoyed the weather report. I really did.
I appreciate that. He wears shorts, right?
You wear shorts?
When he's on TV, he wears shorts.
It's
a suit top, shorts bottom. No,
wow.
Just made that up.
Blows my mind.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and we've got a pretty pleasant week ahead, at least if you're away from the beaches, because we've got a big ocean storm on the Atlantic. That ocean storm kicking up some big waves, even the possibility of a little bit of coastal erosion for the middle of the week. But inland, breezy and cool. High tomorrow, 82. Same for Wednesday. Now, Thursday, there is a chance of showers, even a thunderstorm as that low gets closer, but it will depart this weekend, making way for a very hot setup with mid-90s returning. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Gas prices are high, so ride Amtrak and fuel your adventurous side without breaking your travel budget. Amtrak gets you there with more money in your wallet. Book in advance and save up to 20% at Amtrak.com. Restrictions and exclusions apply.
Guys, when the big box stores wanted to partner up with a bathroom remodeling company, they chose Rebath. Here's why. Their reputation is stellar. Not to mention they have all the things you need. The big proper license, the proper insurance. They're dependable. They've been doing this for 30 years. And they have standards performance they live by, which means you get the bathroom you pay for on time every single time. And man, do they have some products that are going to make your bathroom look amazing. This is just really quality stuff. And actually, you can see it and feel it. 436 and Altamont across from Kobe. That's where you'll find the showroom. Walk in and look at the models they have set up. Those models are just to show you what can happen with the products. Different designs, different styles. The cool thing is, though, you meet with their design team and come up with your custom bathroom. That's all they do. custom bathrooms, and they're here to do it for you. The great thing also is once you hire Rebath, you're done. You don't have to hire anybody else. The plumbers, the electric, it's all done in-house by Rebath, and you're just going to get a beautiful bathroom. The other thing is, if you have one of those terrible garden tubs that every house in Florida had for a while, get that out of there. You're not using it. Build a beautiful shower you want to begin in every single day in. Rebath can help you with that. Hop online at rebathmidfla.com. Look at the before and afters. Get convinced that this is the move you need to make, and then make it. Book your appointment today. It's rebathmidfla.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got some kind of a leak at my kitchen sink.
Sorry, we can't take your call. We've all gone to a self-improvement seminar.
But there's water leaking all over the...
However, there's still hope if you'll just wait a few hours longer.
Hours?
But waiting is good. It's a chance to reconsider your choices in life.
Oh no, this can't be happening.
Above all, be present. Don't dismiss your feelings.
Not worried about my feelings. There's water going everywhere.
Try to see this as an opportunity, a way to grow as a person.
You know, this would never happen with Frank Gay.
True enough, but you didn't call Frank Gay.
Not this time.
The universe is sending you a message. You just need to hear it.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
Have you heard the message? Hello? Are you still there?
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Springtime is a great time to add appeal and value to your home. You can do that with a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence. Whether it's to keep that nosy neighbor outside, maybe to keep your kids and puppies safely inside, the fence freaks over at Mossy Oak have you covered. Freaks on quality, your satisfaction, and your security. Skilled craftsmen use only the very best materials, getting you the best results every single time. And not to mention, the quality they have there backed up by the best warranty in the business. All you do is visit mossyoakfences.com. Get that fence like I got. These guys are awesome. You'll love the craftsmanship and the quality. And as always, let the Mossy family protect your family today.
Baby boomers and retirees, stop the leftist smash and grab of your retirement savings. Take action now to shield your savings from socialism and volatile markets. National talk show host and best-selling author Chuck Oliver of The Hidden Wealth Solution will teach you how to get a head start to be retirement tax smart. Imagine learning proven strategies that are saving boomers and retirees thousands in unnecessary taxes. Visit taxessaved.com. taxessaved.com.
Hi there, I'm Mia. I'm Air.
You're Air?
Yeah, I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Tax problems can be extremely stressful and cause financial devastation. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Orlando to be your personal advocate and resolve your IRS or state sales tax issues. J. David Tax Law focuses on your needs and case outcomes. Don't be fooled by out-of-town tax companies that focus only on signing you up without even working with an attorney. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, payroll taxes, bank levies, wage garnishments, tax liens, or unfiled returns, have a face-to-face with J. David Tax Law and get the help you need. Never trust your tax situation to anyone you can't walk in and look in the eye. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
Here's the deal. I've had constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating for years. I've tried a lot of laxatives and fiber supplements, but my symptoms keep coming back.
You could have a chronic condition called irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. There could be more to your story with IBS-C. Talk to a doctor today. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by AbbVie and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by The Original Mattress Factory.
Real Radio is on Instagram because why wouldn't we be? You know what? Don't answer that. At Real Radio 1041, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Saturday night in New Smyrna, we had the absolute best time ever. And thank you so much, Ross, for taking pictures with my husband and my son and I. We'll definitely watch you again. Thanks.
Don't let it go to your head. Don't you dare.
Too late.
Like, I need to hear that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Right?
That's how it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what's supposed to happen.
You paid a ticket. I'm here to entertain you. I'm
That's
happy
right.
that you had a good night.
Every time. He takes it personally. 407-916-1041, yes?
He didn't even brag about the standing ovation he got.
Did it happen, Ross?
Is he not the worst human being that ever lived?
You know, it's
He's
funny.
close, right?
It's
pretty close.
Now we have to talk about what happened.
What happened?
After the Saturday show went very well.
By the way, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. We will have another keyword for you at the top of the hour. Just hang loose for that. I'm Jim, Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well.
Sold for $400. He just rattled that off. That was impressive.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that.
Saturday night, I hit him with the closing joke, and I go, "My name's Ross Padgett. You guys have a great night." All of a sudden, first row. One guy, two guy.
Oh, did they try it? Did they do it for you?
The third row, a couple other people.
Oh.
They tried so hard.
Yeah, I think like 9 people stood out of like the 65.
Oh. What percentage of a standing O is that then? If you got 9 of the 65,
a
somebody do the math.
non-existent one. I'm still knocking on the
What's that,
door.
12%?
Yeah, 12%.
And I've had that. That's not the first time. And I know that they definitely listened
Right, yeah,
to
they were doing it because
my journey for my first standing ovation.
I love that. Did it make you smile a little bit because they get it so well? You know?
It's just
funny, right?
Yeah, no, I still enjoyed it, but in my mind though is that they stood up and these people were like, there's a couple people in the front, a couple in the middle. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, the rest of the audience is getting the cue. They have their chance, and then they just never did.
How did Christoph do? You have a good set?
He did.
Yeah, very good.
Yep.
When's your next thing?
My next stand-up gig?
Yeah.
I'm going to be out in Lakeland on the 20th and 21st.
Ooh, think they stand up in Lakeland?
Oh.
I don't know. And then those shows are at like 8-ish. And then I have to go back to Orlando and perform at midnight for the Fringe.
You know what, dude? I actually may wind up. I have some relatives out in Lakeland. We may drive out there, maybe come see you, maybe take them out or something.
Yeah, there's a really cool new comedy club called the Laugh Out Lounge.
The Laugh Out Lounge.
Bang,
All right, very
baby.
good. All right, we'll talk about that in a couple weeks for sure. 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Have you guys seen, we only have a couple seconds here. We'll maybe talk about this at the top of the hour. Have you guys seen the new eye drop that's coming out?
Oh, Vuity?
Yeah, man.
Very excited.
So I saw this, and this is interesting because, I endorse Dr. Filatowski, who does, laser correction surgery. And, you have to have a certain level of degrading. Your eyesight has to have degraded or has enough issues to even qualify to have that surgery. Not everybody who goes to Dr. Filatowski has to have the surgery. There are other ways that they can take care of things like that.
I did not. I went to go see him, and he was like, "Nope."
Same here.
We would do the surgery and give you the eyes you already have.
Right. I do not qualify for it. I'm not saying I won't, but right now I don't. But my father-in-law and my son both did qualify for it, and they went to Dr. Filatowski, and he absolutely killed it for him. I mention it during every spot because it was the best experience for both of them ever. My father-in-law, I'm telling you, after Dr. Filatowski took care of my father-in-law, he walked around for 2 weeks like a kid with a new toy.
Oh,
just looking at stuff. Could not believe the definition in his eyesight after that experience. It was unbelievable. My son was the same way. But this is a drug. Now, this is have you heard about it, Jack?
No.
You haven't seen the commercials for it yet? Oh.
It's called Vuity, right? And what they're saying is everybody's eyes change with age. There's a thing called presbyopia. Oh, man. Hold on.
Get the buzzer ready.
Presbyopia? Presbyopia?
You got this. You got to believe.
Bad eyes. Basically, what it says is declining near vision. In other words, worsening nearsightedness is among the most common conditions in the world. Exactly what I suffer from, the nearsightedness thing.
Same.
There's no cure or way to prevent the onset of presbyopia. I think that's the actual name for it. Meaning virtually all adults over the age of 40. I actually remember asking my dad one time, and he laughed out loud into my face when I did, when did your eyes start going? Because I remember around 40, I was like, man, I can't. This menu.
They make them so small now.
They changed the print. I don't know. Why would they do that?
Why aren't my arms longer?
Exactly.
He laughed right in your face.
I think.
Closer to the direction of a house plant, but...
But no, that's exactly what happened. But it says it may be changing because the FDA has approved a drug called Vuity, V-U-I-T-Y. It's a once-daily eye drop designed to relieve some of the symptoms of presbyopia.
Yeah, so it's basically like liquefied readers.
Yes, exactly. So what they say is you drop it in there and it dilates your eye to the point where it maximizes the ability for your eye to focus. The only problem is because your eyes stay dilated that when you walk into areas where it's a little darker, you're not going to be able to see as well, or maybe driving at night could be problems because the eye won't let the light in enough to do it, but you do have better vision.
I'll stick with the readers.
Age-related vision loss only, not for nearsightedness in younger or older adults. Normal part of aging. You do it one time. It actually does wear off during the end of the day. So, like, let's say you wake up in the morning, you decide to put it in at like 8 o'clock. By 8 o'clock at night, it's going to have dissipated, and you're back to where you started.
Good for darkness.
That's right. Good for darkness. Not bad, though. It did receive FDA approval in October.
I couldn't believe it when I first started seeing the commercials. I kept, every time they played, I'm like, all right, make sure you're listening really closely because I think they're talking about like liquid readers.
The drug blocks the neurotransmitters in the brain that control certain eye functions, according to the company that makes it. And it says when they were applied once a day, it enhances the user's depth of focus, helping them see things better without the need for corrective eyewear. So you can look forward to that coming out here. Is that somebody has something?
Yeah. We have Blake online too, who is super into eyes.
All right, very good. Blake, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, not bad, sir. How about yourself?
Are you an ophthalmologist for real?
No, I'm a PA. I've been in ophthalmology for 40 years.
Very nice.
The drop you're Ascension is actually, it's a drop that's been out forever. It's a derivative of pilocarpine, which actually constricts your pupil and gives you a pinhole effect.
Sick.
So it does increase your depth of field, but it makes your pupils tiny. That's why you say you can't drive at night with it, or they don't recommend driving at night with it because you lose all your night vision.
So why if this has been around for a while, has it just only been prescribed for a while, and the big news is this is now going to be over the counter?
Not so much even that. It's never been really used for that because of the side effects of the decreased night vision. It also can cause headaches, and there's other side effects that can occur with it. But we've never used it for that, but we've had patients. It's primarily an old glaucoma drug.
Yes.
So it's kind of like Botox, right? It started off as for wrinkles, and now they're using it for migraine prevention. This is just one of those drugs started for one thing, and then now they find another market for it.
Right, and then now they can market this, and, with all pharmaceutical companies, someone's going to make a fortune off of it. But it's not a panacea. It's going to give you some vision up close, but it's not going to give you the vision you had when you were 20 years old.
Yeah, there's no magic pill for sure. Is it presbyopia?
Yeah, presbyopia is the name of it, which is Greek for elder eyes.
Yeah,
really?
I'll be damned.
Presbyopia is Greek for elder eyes.
And Deb will never forget that.
Yeah, the Presbyterian Church is a church of elders, so, and it's all kind of derived from the same thing.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Mind blown, dude. Thanks for your call.
Yeah, thank you for teaching us something new.
No worries, man. I appreciate your show. I enjoyed it a lot.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that.
That's
See?
awesome.
That is awesome.
I thought it was a great joke if it was a joke on the elder eyes thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But he followed up. He doubled down with Presbyterian Church.
I knew something was different when he made a complete sentence, though.
I know.
407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
We're still looking at heavy traffic. An earlier wreck left behind heading south on the Turnpike between County Road 561 and Mineola. Also watch for heavy volume eastbound on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. It's also slow between Parr Street and Lee Road, and westbound busy too between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. The 408 still up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Racetrack.
Racetrack gas pump thought number 7. Because fueling up is the time to think about enjoying the best flavors of a cookout in my car? Yes, please. Try the new barbecue pulled pork sandwich and chicken pizza made with Sweet Baby Ray's for a limited time at participating locations. Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
Man, a strong home begins with a strong foundation. Zano 521 knows that. They are the premier concrete coating experts in all of Orlando. These coatings are tough, crew tough as well. Former Armor Ranger heads them up, plus a special ops soldier. They also employ vets as well. Not to mention their techs are employees of the company, never subcontracted. And Zano 521 makes the tough stuff. These coatings are up to 6 times stronger than epoxy, and unlike epoxies, this base coat fully cures in just 24 hours. Plus, you get beautiful color choices to match whatever space you have, then made to last. These coatings are 100% UV stable. They can be used on patios, pool decks, driveways, garages, and they come with a lifetime warranty against fading and yellowing, and a 15-year warranty against popping or peeling. Not to mention that top coat is completely non-porous, easy to maintain. Mold and mildew will not grow on it. Gas grease, oil will not stain it. They're tough, beautiful as well, and made to match whatever space you have. Not to mention the team, professional from beginning to end, letting you know exactly what's going on. When it's all said and done, when they leave, all you're going to have is a beautiful surface that is virtually indestructible. Experience this at free, no obligation, no pressure estimates ready for you right now. Visit the website, Zano521.com. That's XANO521.com.
For over 20 years, you, along with the Monsters in the Morning, Central Florida Crime Line, and local law enforcement, have removed more than 10,000 unwanted guns from the streets of our community. And for that, we say thank you. Simultaneously, for over 2 decades, some jackass has gotten all butthurt because another person has decided they'd rather have a $50 gift card than a gun. To that jackass, we suggest therapy for your childhood trauma. Because Kicks for Guns is back. Thursday, May 19th. Get more info at realradio.fm/kicks.
Jersey Mike's would like to dedicate the next 3 seconds to our new grilled portobello mushroom and Swiss sub. Trust us, it tastes good too, because fresh ingredients make a sub above.
Cars are one of our top monthly expenses. Maintenance, insurance, gas, and of course, the car loan payment. Most of you, like me, probably think you've got a great interest rate, right? But you probably are overpaying. There's a Consumer Report study that says most people are paying too much for their car loans. And that's where Upstart comes in. Borrowers save an average of $80 every month by refinancing at a lower interest rate. Yes, you heard me correctly, $80 a month. That's almost $1,000 a year, and I know I could use that. I could, get some extra shoes or something. So go to upstart.com/auto to check your rate. It's super quick, easy, and it will not impact your credit score. Monthly savings are estimated based on all people who were approved for a car loan through Upstart and accepted their final terms. Upstart has helped thousands of borrowers across the country get better interest rates on their car loans. Check your rate today and see how much you can save. Visit upstart.com/auto. That's upstart.com/auto.
Speeding in work zones is not a vibe. But seriously, work zone speed limits are there for everyone's safety, including yours. Respect the cone zone by slowing down, putting away your phone, and giving workers a break. Because you know that driving safely is self-care. And we love that for you and our roadway workers. We all deserve to make it home at the end of the day. Let's get everyone home safely, Florida. Brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
The new tomato pesto grilled cheese sandwich from Dunkin' has more of the ingredients you love. Oven roasted tomatoes, vine ripened and perfectly seasoned, and delicious pesto spread with melted white cheddar cheese on toasted sourdough bread that will help you get more out of every bite and will have you wishing for a few more bites once you're done. And no, I'm not sharing mine. The new tomato pesto grilled cheese sandwich. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Additional charges may apply.
In over 3 decades of jewelry retailing at other places, John DeSapatino has never been able to offer his customers what he can today at International Diamond Center.
The amount of inventory here is unbelievable. A lot of people go on Pinterest looking for that perfect ring, and you know what? 99% of the time, we're going to have it for
That's because IDC has designer rings other stores only wish they could offer, like Tacori, Verragio, Kurt Kara, A. Jaffe, Henry Dawsey, and other very exclusive names.
We were selected in the industry to be able to carry these top designers. This is what women are asking for. This is what they're talking to their friends, and this is what they're looking for, and we're able to deliver that.
If you still can't find the right look, IDC can also custom design a ring for you using the latest technology.
I have people that have a little sketch they drew on a napkin. We can sit down, design it out for you, basically take your dreams and turn them into reality.
International Diamond Center, always doing whatever it takes to make you a raving fan and family for
The
life.
smiles, the laughs, and the hugs that we get are bar none the best.
4 Orlando area locations.
That's what it's all about, yep.
Online at shopidc.com.
If your wiper blades are smearing and streaking, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts to save $8 instantly on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Our professional parts people will even install them for you for free. Improve visibility and save money with Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Hey, Orlando business owners, stop overpaying for internet and phone. Switch to Spectrum Business and get Orlando's best deal for small businesses. Get blazing fast internet speeds of 600 megabits per second for just $49.99 a month, and phone for just $19.99 a month. Taxes and fees included. That's faster internet at an incredible price. Other providers don't even come close. Make the switch to Spectrum Business. Visit business.spectrum.com/ultra.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
So, Jim drinks to forget that he has a terrible personality. That sounds about right.
No, buddy. I think you misunderstood me. I drink so other people don't have to deal with my terrible personality. I alter it through alcohol.
He drinks for others.
That sounds about right.
You're so caring, Jimmy.
I'm going to take personality shots from... No, that's all right. 407-916-1041. Welcome back. Your 5 o'clock keyword is BILLS, BILLS. Just go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. Again, that's BILLS, BILLS. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb's there.
Trying to pay your bills.
And Jack is here.
Evening.
So is Ross.
Hola, Jim.
Hola, Him.
Got a lot of traffic on your performance at the Kentucky Derby event. You alongside Johnny Magic dropping bars.
That's right, dropping bars. Spitting, Jack. That's what the kids call it.
Spitting bars?
We're spitting.
I posted that Amber Heard video.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about as well.
Yeah. Ooh, what Amber Heard video?
Okay, so stop real quick. Deb, go to JimColbertLive.com.
Okay.
All right,
I will not have any audio. Is that okay?
That's fine. You don't need audio.
Okay.
There's a conspiracy theory out there.
I saw this on Twitter and I was like, nuh-uh, that can't be for real.
Okay. So did you see her? Tell me that does I mean, so here's the thing. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. Obviously, everybody knows about what's going on there, right? It's like
Right, yeah.
it's 50 news stories on every outlet out there, right? So she's on the stand Friday, I believe. This is Friday, and while on the stand, she has a piece of tissue in her hand, and she's giving some very emotional testimony. And she goes to wipe her nose, but while she's there, she takes an extra like half a second while she does it. And then it's what she does afterwards that makes you think, well, that's everything that happens after you do coke, right? Like you sniff, you wipe your nose.
Well, not only that, if she brought the tissue up to her nose to wipe it, then she holds her nostril.
I don't know if she does or not. It's hard to tell.
It doesn't, though. The way she's holding her finger and she holds her nostril and you see her take a quick sniff in.
What do you think, guys?
I don't think she's sniffing snot.
I mean, chances are it's probably not, but I'll give you this. It looks like it.
It sure does.
I just think it's a weird way of blowing your nose.
Yeah. It could be a weird way of blowing your nose, but what happens afterwards is the stuff that makes it like, kind of weird, right? She licks her teeth, and then she kind of does her nose like as if she's wiping off residue. It looks kind of. Look, I'm not saying she's doing it either. I'm not trying to say she's doing coke on the stand. This thing came up, and I was like, well, you should look at it because it looks very interesting, hand of Godish kind of thing. You can't really tell.
Well, are you talking about Maradona?
Yeah,
because you could definitely tell when it came to Maradona.
But yeah, so you can check that out, Jim Colbert Live, and then of course there's another video. I was at the Kentucky Derby party called Derby Days up at Ember. And there was Johnny Magic from XL, who's one of the greatest dudes. And his buddy was with us, and we started rapping. And you can see a video of it right now, JimColbertLive.com.
Spitting bars.
Spitting bars, dropping bars, spitting lyrics. Is that what they say, Ross? Is that what the kids say?
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
407-916-1041. So what do you guys know about open source reporting? Have you heard the term before?
Open source reporting.
Open source news investigations and open source reporting. What do you know about that?
So does that mean whatever investigative tactics they've taken, they make that public? Because open source coding is where
everybody like a Wikipedia thing.
Yeah, and you can see
right.
You can see how something is built, how something is made.
Right. You go to Wikipedia and you can see whatever was put up there. It's open source. Anybody can go up there and do it. Right. That's the whole idea.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
So it's interesting because I have to tell you, after reading this and seeing who's involved, we actually may be on the cusp of the changing of how news gets reported altogether. So what happens is it says this is from AP, Associated Press. One of the more striking pieces of journalism from the Ukraine war featured intercepted radio transmissions from Russian soldiers indicating an invasion in disarray. Their conversations even interrupted by a hacker literally whistling the song Dixie. It was the work of investigations unit at New York Times that specializes in open source reporting, which means using publicly available material like satellite images, mobile phone or security camera recordings, geolocation, and other internet tools to tell stories. So rather than, this is how I kind of, it says the style of reporting is in its infancy, but it's catching on. The Washington Post just announced they're adding 6 people to their staff to specifically do this. So I guess what the gist of this is basically you get all the information you can from any source out there, like satellite feeds, intercepted phones, and then you build the story based on what you're seeing around what you're hearing.
A lot of that's been done in newsrooms before where they used to have one person who just listened to the police scanner.
Sure, yeah, exactly. But this is on a much different scale because
now I've got social media and access to satellites and a whole lot of other stuff.
So many different ways to do it. It said video reports from open source teams on the Day of Rage, which is the January 6th insurrection event, basically also did this very thing. Because what they did is, if you looked at a picture of that happening with no sound, right? You just have an overhead shot of everything happening on January 6th, from the speeches to the crowd going down to the Capitol and then entering the Capitol. If you turned off the sound, what they're saying is phone records from everybody there, video cameras and security surveillance of everybody there, satellite surveillance of everybody there, body cams from officers that were on property. All of that is taken because it's open source information, and then using that information and the images to piece together timelines and actual happenings based on people who were on the ground there in the event.
To make
a story, to tell the story. So instead of you relying on Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, Reuters to tell the story of what happened on January 6th, what they're doing is they're compiling all the information together that they're getting through open sources, and they're building the story through that, and then able to reference that information across the board, which sounds just like reporting to me. But basically, I guess getting this open source information is a bigger deal. It says Ukraine radio transmissions where soldiers complained about lack of supplies and faulty equipment were verified and brought to life with video and eyewitness reports, which on the town that they're operating. So if you hear a satellite transmission or something of something happening, and then you have a witness on the ground verifying what the satellite was telling you with the images, you can create a more compelling story that has more integrity, I guess, across the board, because you're verifying it through 4 or 5 different sources rather than, one person on the scene told me a missile hit this building. Now you have the evidence after the fact, 3 people on the ground because they got a phone call coming out of there or a text message sent or whatever, and they're able to create layers of reporting on one story.
And I could see where that would be especially beneficial in a place like Russia or Ukraine, because your main media sources have been shut down, essentially. In Russia, you're just getting nothing but disinformation. Apparently something that Putin is now trying on NATO. This disinformation campaign, this kind of like, hey, there's Nazis in Ukraine. We had to do this kind of idea.
Right.
Didn't, escalate on Victory Day like they were worried about. And in Ukraine, it gets the story out where, people can't get in. They're not letting humanitarian teams in. So normally the people we would rely on to tell us what's going on with civilians aren't being allowed.
The closest thing I can really say to this is it's almost like, now internet detectives, internet sleuthing, they're using the open source information that's been gathered by the police department over all these years that they can't come up with a lead on. They're rediving back into it and using modern technology or to kind of decipher the information.
Kind of like that GEDmatch DNA database that's public source, so that law enforcement agencies from anywhere in the country
can use that.
Can go to GEDmatch to see if they can finally get a match to a deceased person.
And here's a really good example of it, by the way. When I wrote the story, I said journalism is changing. We all kind of understand that because now politics have kind of introduced themselves into journalism in a way different way than I think I've ever seen before. But video sleuthing also contradicted an initial Pentagon story. Do you remember when the American drone strike hit in Afghanistan?
Yeah.
And killed civilians, and how they tried to spin that and everything? Well, apparently that didn't add up with the open source information that was out there, and they found out that wasn't exactly the truth. So open source information
forces the truth.
It's it's almost really like, if I kind of understand blockchain, it's like kind of like that. It's like you can't lie about it because the information is there. It's just putting it together with the sources that really line up into a cohesive story that the events are corroborated by communications in a bunch of different ways. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Orlando City remains on the road to play Toronto FC this Saturday. Coverage starts at 2:30 p.m. on our sister station, FM 96.9 The Game.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
We're still looking at a stop-and-go ride heading south on the Turnpike from an earlier crash between County Road 561 and Mineola. Heads up if you're heading out this direction. Eastbound travel on I-4 also very heavy between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. We're slow heading west on I-4 between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. The 408 is up to speed as well as the beach line. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Audible. This spring, let Audible bring a smile with comedy, sci-fi, thrillers, or whatever you love listening to. From audiobooks to exclusive originals to podcasts, find it all on Audible. Sign up and start free at audible.com.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day. Find it on Twitter. It's going up soon at Jim Colbert Show. It's where we are on the Twitterverse. Here it's brought to you by WeAreNotTheBanks.com. Direct mortgage lender. That's what they do. Brad Siebert and the team at We Are Not the Banks. They get you the funding for your next home, or maybe refinancing the funding for your current home. Maybe you want to take advantage of these low rates before they're expected to rise this year, stay in that home, or maybe it is time to step up to your dream home. Maybe you're downsizing. Who knows? What I do know is the person you need to talk to is Brad Siebert at WeAreNotTheBanks.com. It's who I used for my refi several years ago. Knew everything I needed. I knew it in advance. I closed in very quick time and got some great rates. And for all your mortgage needs, he is the person to talk to, and the website is wearenotthebanks.com. NMLS ID number 1169, equal housing opportunity.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com.
Speeding in work zones is not a vibe. But seriously, work zone speed limits are there for everyone's safety, including yours. Respect the cone zone by slowing down, putting away your phone, and giving workers a break. Because you know that driving safely is self-care. And we love that for you and our roadway workers. We all deserve to make it home at the end of the day. Let's get everyone home safely, Florida. Brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hey, rental property owners, stop doing all of those things yourself, because there's really two things you can't do unless you hire the Realty Medics. Get real-time information on your properties and get an entire year's worth of rent up front. Yeah, only the Realty Medics offers upfront rent. You can get a year's worth paid up front, putting $10,000 to $30,000 in your pocket fast. And they're the only company in Florida to offer upfront rent. But that's not all. Only the Realty Medics has the property performance dashboard, where you can track showings and applications, rent payments, work orders, and more. Just two more reasons why the Realty Medics are the highest rated and most reviewed property management company in Central Florida, and that's 1,400 properties on some of the biggest platforms, Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. They invite you to take just 5 minutes on the RealtyMedics.com to see how they've made DIY landlording obsolete, and for a limited time, they'll even give you 2 months of management free when you use promo code FREE1041. That's the RealtyMedics.com, promo code FREE1041.
Life is about showing up and about showing people you care. HCA Florida Healthcare helps you show up for your health and your family's. Florida's largest care network makes healthcare easier, friendlier, and smarter. And we put you at the center of it all. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Learn more at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Spring has sprung and it's full tilt boogie time. At GiveMeTheVin.com, I'm overpaying for cars because I think they're going to go up even higher from where they are right now. We'll pay off your payoff. We'll pick your stuff up. We'll quote you quick and easy at GiveMeTheVin.com. America's best car buyer. Go there right now, and if I don't beat a CarMax offer, I'll send you a check for $100.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com and make no payments until September with approved credit and get $500 in free gas or diesel fuel with any purchase. Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Ram, and GMC. Find them all at Nations Trucks, the world's largest independent truck dealer.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
O'Reilly. Don't miss out on Clean Car Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. If your car is ready for a spring cleaning, stop by for great deals on everything you need to keep it looking like new, including Mother's California Gold Wash and Wax, just $5.99 for a 64-ounce bottle. That's a $5 savings. Visit the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts today or shop O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Hey, Orlando business owners, stop overpaying for internet and phone. Switch to Spectrum Business and get Orlando's best deal for small businesses. Get blazing fast internet speeds of 600 megabits per second for just $49.99 a month and phone for just $19.99 a month. Taxes and fees included. That's faster internet at an incredible price. Other providers don't even come close. Make the switch to Spectrum Business. Visit business.spectrum.com/ultra.
iHeartRadio salutes the graduating class of 2022. Get your cap, your gown, because it's going down. A specially curated playlist featuring the biggest hits of this year you'll always be linked to. And it's not just about the class of 22. Download the free iHeartRadio app for the biggest hits from the year you graduated. 72, we got you. 95, you too. Plus, enjoy podcasts that'll help you map out your best life, whether you're just entering the real world or been here for a while. The free iHeartRadio app. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
This is about as good as it gets.
Like and follow at Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Hey Jim, Deb, Jack, Ross, Ashbaum here, podcast listener. Love you guys. Listen to you every day. You guys are like family. Every time I send these in, Jack's out, so it never gets played. But so I want to say thank you guys. I was the winner of the Winning Wednesday last Wednesday and saw Sebastian Maniscalco at the Dr. Phillips Center on Saturday. It was awesome. Yeah. He killed it. Super funny. So thanks again, guys. Hope you have a great day. And shoot the gap! Shoot the gap! Shoot it.
So talking to the wife this morning, business partner, brains of the organization.
Yeah, the
right,
brain trust.
By the way, your 5 o'clock keyword is Bills, BILLS. It's still valid. Get a realradio.fm and try to send that away for your shot at $1,000. Again, it's Bills, and it's still valid. Good luck. Try to get that money.
That $1,000 would help pay some bills.
It would. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well.
It's all true.
What were we just talking about? What did you just say?
Shoot the gap, Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah, talking to the wife today.
The wife, business
the brain
partner.
trust.
So many things going on. We figure we have 3 good ideas for T-shirts now, so I think it's time to go into production.
All right.
So I'll be talking to you about the one Kathy Paget Will Kill You.
Yeah.
I need that photograph. My wife told me today we can do photo quality, photo real shirts with that. We also are going to do a Shoot the Gap shirt. I'm not going to tell you about the other one yet.
All right.
Ooh.
Why?
Well, just because.
It's not the one with the scrambled egg spill on it.
No.
No.
It's not the stain shirt, although a fine idea.
I don't know, man.
Fine. Are we doing Monday Lounge today?
Not a Monday Lounge, but I
Wow,
still. But
man.
I, but
Is the lounge closed? Did they have COVID problems?
The lounge is
Health inspector.
Here's the thing:
Found
the
some
lounge
bugs in the
doesn't
house?
exist when there's no blues.
Oh, okay.
Oh, life is so grand.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So if we hear that, things are bad.
But I do believe in today's Ross Thoughts because there's something that just absolutely destroyed me this past weekend.
Okay, good. It was beers on Sunday.
Beers on Sunday destroyed me.
Something else.
Yeah, something else.
So I don't know about anybody who's listening to the show or has listened for a while. One of the things about the Jim Colbert Show is we are gigantic fans of the space program, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I do believe we have something in the works to be over at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex here not long from now. Again, going back over. And, of course, we've had great relationships with them. Talking to a number of scientists. Our friend Mike Leinbach used to be one of the shuttle directors or launch directors over there. So we really love the property. We think it's one of the best hidden secrets in all of Central Florida when it comes to the theme park experiences. It's way more than that for
You've
us.
got to check it out.
It's a great time. So with that said, this doesn't really have anything to do with the Kennedy Space Center per se, but it does have something to do with space. What's the most exciting thing going on right now in the world of space exploration there, Ross?
Mars.
No. I mean, what event is happening? You're talking about the us with the Mars rover?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just us possibly, sending a man to Mars. We're waiting for a new breakthrough in technology.
I would agree. Having the chopper, is it Ingenuity? Having chopper ingenuity and the rover up there on Mars surfaces is a big deal.
But before that, the lunar mission, the Artemis mission, sending a female to the surface of the moon.
Absolutely. That's another big one. It's amazing. We have a big list of these. Deb?
I hope her name is Alice.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
I mean, James Webb wasn't launched from here, but...
It wasn't, but that's exactly what we're talking about. Guys, let me tell you quickly. In August, they are going to dial in is the final display. They're going to start using the James Webb. They already have people.
I hope this thing works.
They have.
Oh, it's unbelievable, the images they're already getting. Jimmy has a nugget to this story that just makes you go, what?
So, this James Webb telescope, $10 billion. It's 10 times over its budget. It started building the damn thing 30 years ago, I believe.
Yep.
And when we saw the first images from Hubble, people are like, wow, how could it get any better than that? My God almighty. You're looking back in time, blah, 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 blah. Then you get the, what's the deep field shot, right?
Yeah.
Which is one of the most unbelievable photographs in human history. You're looking at just a thumbnail size of the cosmos, and there are hundreds, thousands of galaxies, our galaxy, and they're just swirling around like little entities out there in the nothing, in the nether, right?
Yeah, at first it looks like stars, and then you find out that they are not stars.
Every one of those dots is a galaxy.
Yeah.
Like the galaxy we have here, right? This James Webb telescope is going to be so much more defined than what Hubble has to offer. The first images that they're sending back now, as they focus the image, because it's 18 different mirrors that focus down into one thing, and when you do that digitally, you have to really find a little bit at a time, focus those images so it's perfectly clear.
And for those who aren't familiar with James Webb, if you go to JimColbertLive.com and look for our What'd You Do That's New list, I had assigned, when James Webb was getting ready to be launched, a short video that absolutely, it's mind-blowing. It's cool enough on the top to freeze ice and hot enough on the bottom of these 5 layers of aluminum no thicker than a human hair.
Yep.
It's hot enough on the bottom to fry eggs, and it's just absolutely amazing how they put it together.
Now, they know for a fact they're going to be able to look farther back in time than ever thought before, possibly even to the beginnings of the universe, right? To the, what they call the Big Bang Theory, right? But that's not the interesting part, although it's painfully interesting. By the way, during the break, I'll show you the before and afters of them fine-tuning this James Webb. And it's actually a comparison and contrast of one of the first big, powerful telescopes we used to look at a certain constellation of stars. When you look at the James Webb version as opposed to the version that was initially shot years ago, it looks like you're looking at the picture through water as opposed to looking at it on a high-definition LED television. That's the comparison for the two, and it isn't even finely tuned yet. They're saying, the scientists believe, that this could change the way we think about our material world altogether, that the information that we could glean from this machine could really solve some issues that we've had in science that we don't know about. Well, dark matter, for one, a bunch of things.
Oh, yeah.
But the interesting part of the story is this. It says all of those things, right? And then it says, but the first mission that the James Webb telescope has is secret, top secret, the most secret. And Deb and I were sitting here thinking about that. Like, what could that be?
Yeah.
What could, now you got to remember, a telescope that could look back in time. You are looking back at time. You're looking to when stars begin. You literally, to the beginning of what we know as anything and everything. Right?
But why is their first mission so super secret?
What could be out there that would be so secret that they couldn't tell me? It's a scientific instrument, but I believe every slot available to get to this from scientists and universities and from all over the world is taken and has been for years. Like all the time that this thing has been up is already taken. Like, I don't even believe you can get a slot
to put, like, coins in a viewer,
exactly.
like you do at the boardwalk.
It's honestly what it is. It's a card swipe, just like the massage chairs at Oviedo Mall.
Mm-hmm. Very specific.
But you bring your team in, and they tell you, your team, like, they go, I want to point it at this. And then they point it at that, and you study that. Or I want to point it at this. But the first thing they're going to do is top secret. What is that?
It's the same thing you do when you go to Google Earth. You look for your house.
Scientists are keeping the identity of Webb's first official target, so it's a thing they're going to look at. and you have to assume that the thing they want to look at is going to affect humanity, right? Why would they look at something that doesn't really affect humanity? And you have and by the way, the telescope is 1 million miles away from us.
Maybe it's just some petty ex-husband.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like,
wouldn't that be great?
So
they finally found that license plate they couldn't find.
I'm curious as to what the view was actually looking back, because top secret, it's okay. It has to do with what?
Well, the satellite imagery,
extraterrestrial life out there, or if you're looking back to Earth.
The satellite imagery that we get right now, though, is so high quality, you wouldn't need it to look at Earth. Everything we know about Earth that you can see from the surface. Hell, I can just log on to Google Earth and see almost anything. I mean, I know that the satellites they use for the military are very fine. You can
listen, this is when I want our Space Coast peeps to text us at 77031. Those who work at the Kennedy Space Center, who work at NASA, SpaceX, there's got to be rumors floating about in the astrophysicist world as to what it is that James Webb is going to be delving into for the first time.
This thing is going to look for light that was emitted 14 billion years ago.
This has got to be. I hear top secret, and I know I'm filling in the blank. You asked me what it is.
I'm asking you because I don't know. I mean, that's the whole story is like, what the hell could they be aiming this thing at?
Doesn't it sound like another life form that
Yes.
they've been fully aware of? And
Yes.
that's where this thing is pointing?
That's what it
Yes.
has to be.
Exactly. But he hit it on the nail. They already know it's there. They know it's there. They're not ready to let us know it's there.
Well, there's a possibility maybe just through, and I don't even know how they would do this because I'm a dodo.
No way.
But the fact that they know certain planets have certain atmospheres. They know what
the Goldilocks.
They know where the Goldilocks. They know
Well,
that
that's
they're
a region. But
that they are. Well, it's the entire thing. The Goldilocks zone is basically it holds life.
So if they can, fine tune in on M-class planets, chances are they'd be able to tell if there were life forms on it.
And we're not talking, Jack. When I show you during this break, I want you
Yeah,
to come over here and look at the quality of. You know what? I'll tell you what.
Are you talking about the red photo?
Yeah, the one that's
the one that the
look,
Spitzer
infrared?
telescope had first taken of a group of stars, and now the James Webb literally makes it look. It's kind of again what they said. James Webb is going to make the Hubble Space Telescope look like it was a magnifying glass.
Wow.
Whereas James is going to make it look like you're looking through a digital microscope. Is the difference between Hubble?
It doesn't even look real. These two photographs don't even look like the same photographs.
Yeah, it's the Spitzer Space Telescope and then the newly launched James Webb Space Telescope. The difference is
you look at the points of light on the left-hand picture, the old photograph.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, those are just blobs of light, and on the right, you're like, oh,
yeah, you can see
it's wearing a tiara and Vans,
and you can see clouds of dust or gas or something. You can pick out individual stars. You can see the stars behind those bigger.
Simply amazing.
But that's the part that. I don't know, that fascinates me. Why is it super top secret?
I'm rooting for aliens. Come on now.
We
need them.
Where did you read that, though? Because I'm on space.com. Where did you read that about?
Space.com.
Oh, I love this website. It's a great website.
It just sounds very funny.
This is just the scientific, technology area of Yahoo. They just basically, they pull parts of the story and put it up.
Gotta be aliens.
I mean, it has to be. They're really other than the thing is anything in our it's hard to say, but anything within our solar system we kind of know about, right?
No,
like through the stuff that we've sent. The Viking is still traveling out there. We've been close to Saturn. We've been close to Uranus. We've been close to Mars. We've been close to Venus. We know about all of that stuff. Did I just say that?
Yeah, it's hard not to laugh at it.
It is.
I've been close to Uranus.
Did you mark that, Jack?
I almost said that I was proud of us.
See,
hey, I didn't snicker.
We ruined that, and Deb has not been looked. Usually we throw that on Deb. It's Shaq's fault this time.
See, yeah, and that's the thing, Ross. Yeah, you can look down on that low-hanging stuff all you want, but it's fun to laugh at it.
It is funny.
Yeah.
We like to laugh and play too, Ross.
Because, yeah, you just picture a little Jimmy around someone's
anus.
Okay. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that.
Now, spoon feeding it is pretty funny. I'll give you that.
She had that ready to go. She breathed in. She breathed in, ready to go. Little horses around. She goes, Anus.
A-N-U-S.
She said it like she was reading like a child's book.
Anus.
A-N-U-S.
As if he's the main character.
Yeah.
In some cases, he is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know she's coming in hot. It's amazing that what this thing is going to do. And I agree. I the only thing I've racked my brain about this for so long, because this thing, I mean, here's the thing. It's not like you go, I bet you can't see Phoenix.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see everything. I mean, it brings everything into play. So with that said, what do you look at if everything's in play? What can have an immediate, like asteroids? I don't know if you can follow it. I don't think it's like a video camera.
Someone texted at 77031, alien superstructure previously discovered by Hubble Space Telescope.
There's a lot of that out there.
What else is going to fit that glass shoe?
Man, I mean, you talking about having something out there. I mean, you just look right into anything.
I hope we have aliens because I think we're ready for them.
I do not, and we are not.
What do you mean?
We're not ready for Russia.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not ready. You're not ready for Russia to lose their mind. You think you want somebody who is capable of creating a craft that can deal with interstellar travel and the ability to maybe skip through time and so develop their brain they don't even have a body anymore. They're just a jellyfish with a 4,000 IQ. That's who you want to meet.
We couldn't agree on how to fight a virus.
Right? Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I don't want a pissed off booger with a laser gun coming at me.
That's because we think that we have never met this jellyfish. I feel like if we do meet the jellyfish, I think we might agree a little bit more on a virus.
I got a feeling, man, that none of them are going to be like E.T.
You've never heard that? Yeah, they're not going to like Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to come in soft like that. I'm feeling more Independence Day.
Someone texted again, government contractor here that deals with various space companies, if you will. It's nothing to do with life. It's the origin of the Big Bang and how that came about. The reason they say it will impact humanity is because it will shatter religion.
Well, it won't. Unfortunately, it will not do that because religion will find a way to explain that and work that into the stories of the Bible.
Whenever you get to the beginning, they just say, well, that's how God created it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It won't. There won't be any. That won't happen. I've thought that too because I thought that would be the thing. The most dangerous thing would be, the quote unquote. I'm using this in quotes. The proof of no God. That would not be good for humanity. It wouldn't be good to definitively go, yep, that's right. It was all by accident. We just crawled out of a soup and here we are type thing. I don't know how good that would be for humanity, but the science already,
But, you could throw in a little Bible at it.
A little Bible at it?
Yeah.
At the jellyfish?
No, I'm just saying. It's like you still have God. You just go ahead and bring up, like, on the 6th day, he didn't take the day off. He was big banging.
And it was 7th. It was the big banging was 7th day.
He big banged on the 7th day.
Yeah, that's Sunday. It's the day of rest. Usually on the day of rest, you don't create the universe.
Well,
unless you already created 4 that day.
Unless you edit the story.
All right, 407-916-1041. Let them up. Last trivia is next.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Staples Stores.
Former Magic forward Adrian Payne is dead after a shooting in Orlando. Police have arrested one man on murder charges in connection with the 31-year-old Payne's death. Orlando City's getting ready for its next showdown in the U.S. Open Cup. Lions will play host to fellow MLS side Philadelphia tomorrow night. And ESPN kicks off its Monday Night Football schedule with the doubleheader in Week 2. It'll feature the Bills hosting the Titans and the Eagles entertaining the Vikings. I'm Scott Davidson.
Staples Print and Marketing Services help small business print big with wide format signs and banners. Right now, get $10 off custom printed signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. Offer ends 7/2. Visit staples.com/thisisyoursign for details. This is your sign to print big at Staples.
Man, if you're still in contacts or glasses, it's 2022 and time to level up your vision. I just got a text a minute ago. We were talking about Dr. Filatowski. Said it was the top 5 decisions he's ever made in his life. At 55 years old, still has 20/20 vision. This guy is no joke. Dr. Filatowski is one of the most respected doctors in all of Central Florida. His office and his institute there is one of the most respected in all of Central Florida. And all you have to do to find out if you're a candidate is text 1041 to the number 868686. Schedule that consultation. And if money's a concern, and I hear that a lot with laser vision correction, don't stress, because these guys have 24-month interest-free financing. They can fix you for sure. Get your eyes fixed. It changes your life, man. Learn more today. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your consultation now.
Let's face it, real estate is broken. Commissions are outrageously high. Service is poor. And there's been little to no innovation for the last 50 years. Until now. Let me tell you about Hauser. They're a disruptor brand. Kind of like what Uber is for public transportation. They're bringing so many new things to market that truly benefit you, the customer. Flat fee listings that put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Salaried agents who are local experts that truly have your back. Sellers, want to save thousands or get a guaranteed cash offer on your home? Hauser can do that. Buyers, searching for your dream home or need to make a cash offer to compete? Use Hauser's cash to win the deal. Yes, you heard me right. Backed by game-changing technology and the best reviews in the industry, Hauser is your go-to company for buying and selling homes. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER.com. Put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Hauser.com.
That's when the big box stores wanted to partner up with a bathroom remodeling company. They chose Rebath because their reputation is unbelievable, and they've been doing this quite a while, 31 years, so they've got it down to a science. Not to mention they have the proper license and insurance. They're dependable, and they have standards performance to make sure you get the job you pay for every time on time. That is what they're all about. I'll tell you something else. There are people out there saying they're Rebath. They're not Rebath. If it's not a Rebath in mid-Florida, it is not a Rebath bathroom. You got to pay attention because there's scammers out there trying to lean on the great reputation of the guys over at Rebath. Don't let them do that. You go to the showroom, 436 up at Altamont, right across from Kobe. If you're not there, it's not a Rebath bathroom, because when you walk in, you're going to see some quality in there. Beautiful natural stone, travertine, marble, all those colors you love. And these are national companies you've known forever. Moen, Kohler, Delta, Birch Cabinetry, and they do everything. Lighting, tile, tubs, toilets, it's all right there. All you do is meet with their design team, come up with an incredible design that really complements your home, and then they install it. It takes 4 to 6 days or so. They do it with their employees. That means no subcontractors. And when it's all said and done, a lifetime guarantee on the products and the installation. These guys are great people as well. You'll love doing business with them. Log on today. Look at those before and afters. Get convinced that's who you need to be with, and then book your appointment. It's Rebath, midfla.com.
Baby boomers and retirees, stop the leftist smash and grab of your retirement savings. Take action now to shield your savings from socialism and volatile markets. National talk show host and best-selling author Chuck Oliver of The Hidden Wealth Solution will teach you how to get a head start to be retirement tax smart. Imagine learning proven strategies that are saving boomers and retirees thousands in unnecessary taxes. Visit taxessaved.com. taxessaved.com.
Living in your dream space yet? Better living begins at home.
You can create your dream home with ease when you partner with S&W Kitchens.
They have an amazing team, concierge design, and installation services from start to finish.
Also, prices are accessible and competitive with great financing options to help you make your dream a reality. Visit snwkitchens.com to set up your free design consultation with award-winning designers. S&W, creating thoughtful, livable spaces.
All smashed up, don't know what to do. Just call Mo so you won't be singing the blues. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO.
Orlando Attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Hey Orlando, Chick-fil-A wants to say thanks for all the little things you do each day to make a big difference in our community. That's why from May 9th to the 21st, local Chick-fil-A restaurants are giving away an offer for a free drink. Get your reward for a Chick-fil-A Cloudberry Sunjoy by signing into your Chick-fil-A app with location services on in the Orlando market area. Then redeem by scanning or placing a contactless mobile order at a participating Orlando Chick-fil-A restaurant open to close. Offer subject to availability. Rewards are single-use only. Limit 1 per person per Chick-fil-A, 1 account. See further details in the app.
Doug.
Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 and 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need. at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Thanks so much for tuning in on this beautiful Monday. We appreciate that greatly. I am Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Word.
And Ross has your sauce jar.
All aboard!
Chugga, chugga.
Choo, choo. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Hey.
Oh, man. I sometimes I feel... This prize, I don't even think anybody's ever heard of them. Because I have a pair of tickets to see... I might see if I can say this right. Paul McCartney.
Who?
What?
That's right.
I have a pair of tickets to see one of the greatest and biggest entertainers of all time.
So he would be considered one of the greatest songwriters that ever lived. Because along with with John Lennon, I think they wrote...
Yeah.
Probably more pop hits than any one guy, except for that one 19-year-old dude in Sweden.
And because John Lennon got John Lennoned, that leaves one person.
That's right.
And that's who's in the sauce jar. A pair of tickets to see Paul McCartney. That show, the Got Back Tour, is going down May 28th at Camping World Stadium. Tickets are available over at Ticketmaster.com. This one will be an exciting day for trivia, and that is your sauce jar, which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. You know, go local and support a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company. And if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, that will get you a discount. So book them today at CentoMoving.com. That's CENTO. Moving.com. Jim, back to you.
Thank you so much, Deborah, with that serious transfer. I appreciate that very much.
Paul McCartney tickets. I'm hoping this lasts long.
By the way, I heard a rumor we're going to have those all week.
What?
What?
Every day this week for trivia, Paul McCartney tickets.
Damn.
Only on the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1.
I'll listen.
Every day this week. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that.
Yeah, gotta love Jack saying what, as he is definitely the person who started this rumor.
and maybe put the whole thing together.
Yeah.
All right, Ross.
He's
who
a
goes
good
first?
actor.
Who goes first, brother?
Guys, let's welcome Christy.
Christy, right there on line 3. Christy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Want to play a little game with us?
I'm excited. Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed.
Game show.
All right, Christy, you know the deal. Got an easy game here for you. Question, 4 answers. One of them is a lie. If you can find it, off to the sauce jar you go. Are you ready?
I hope so. Let's do it.
Hey, are you a traveler at all? You like to travel?
I do.
All right, very good. Let's see if you've been here, though. On this day in 1868, the biggest little city in the world. Anybody? The biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada. That's right.
Ooh.
Reno, Nevada was founded on this day in 1868. Here are 3 fun facts about Reno and one lie that hates Vegas with a passion.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Number 1, Reno is the 5th sunniest city in the U.S. Number 2, in August, Reno hosts the largest gathering of banjo players in the world at the International Banjo Fest. Number 3, at 164 feet tall, the world's tallest rock climbing wall is in Reno, Nevada. Huh. And lastly, Reno is home to the Tesla Gigafactory, the building with the world's most floor space at 10 million square feet. Which one of those is a lie?
Oh, gosh. Let's go with the largest rock climbing wall.
No, that's absolutely true.
Oh, you just made Jimmy's day.
The largest rock climbing wall in the world, or tallest, is 160 feet tall, and it is in Reno, Nevada. Who's next, Ross?
Man, when they lose, it kind of stings
I know.
a little
It
bit
does.
harder.
I love it so much.
Jimmy.
Let's welcome Matt.
Matt, very good. Matt, how are you?
Shoot the gap, Jim.
Shoot it, Bubba. Shoot it. Here we go. We're talking about Reno, Nevada. Find the lie here. Number 1, Reno is the 5th sunniest city in the U.S. Number 2, in August, Reno hosts the largest gathering of banjo players in the world for the International Banjo Fest. And lastly, Reno is home to the Tesla Gigafactory. That's the building with the world's most floor space at 10 million square feet.
Let's go.
Gotta hurry. Can't look it up.
Let's go the second one, Jim.
The Banjo Fest?
Yes, sir.
That's the one, buddy. You're a winner.
Yay!
He changed it up and won. Your Google worked fine for you that time, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I'll put you on
I'm
hold.
just shooting the gap, Jim.
Yeah, I know you are. You're shooting the Google gap. All right, very good. You're a winner. Enjoy Paul McCartney. And by enjoy it, I mean good luck selling them. Reno is the 5th sunniest city in the U.S. All of them, like in that area, like Phoenix.
Okay, I was going to ask. Do you know what the first 4 are?
3? Yeah, I do actually. 300 days of sun per year.
Whoa.
300 days of sun per year.
Not very emo.
Like L.A., Phoenix, and some other places. Reno does not host a banjo playing place, but God, that sounds fun, doesn't it?
It sounded legit to me.
And by fun, I mean that's a good place to tie a noose and just dangle yourself from anything to make it stop. Reno also is home to the Tesla Gigafactory.
Do you really hate banjos?
I don't care. I just like to say stupid stuff. The building with the world's most floor space, 10 million square feet.
Damn.
It's as big as
to get around
it's
that.
15 city blocks.
Yep. You'd need a car to get around that.
So it would take you to walk from one corner to the other like 30 or 40 minutes or something?
At least.
Ridiculous. A couple other things you may not know about Reno before we get to Ross Thoughts. Jacob Davis partnered up with a guy named Levi Strauss and created the very first pair of blue jeans, and that happened in Reno, Nevada. Reno has the largest concentration of ski resorts in America.
Reno?
Reno, which I did not know, but you know who used to go there all the time and tell me that? Jeff Howell. You can hear him on the morning show here. The Monsters of the Morning was a member of that for a while. I thought for sure it would have been Colorado.
Yeah,
like
same
Denver.
here.
Not even close. Like I think even Idaho has Colorado beat. Like that Sun Valley thing isn't much of it, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, Reno has the most or the largest concentration of ski resorts in America. A food truck named Gower Melt has the best tasting grilled cheese sandwich in the U.S. and that it's in Reno, Nevada. They just got their own brick and mortar. And by the way, that was like at least 3 different websites said that very thing. Like I tried to double check that because that's kind of a crazy statement. But yeah, that Gower Melt has been said over and over to have the best grilled cheese in America.
Why Gower?
I don't know.
Weird
Maybe a
word.
last name or something. I don't know. Reno, Nevada has been voted the best tasting tap water in the country.
Oh, wow.
You know why? Because that Alpine Lake up there, that water is just, so that mountain water is just nothing like it. And then lastly, until the 1960s, Reno, Nevada was the gambling capital of the U.S. And that is when Bugsy Siegel went over to Vegas and opened up the Flamingo or the Desert Inn, one of those two. And that was it. Maybe the Sands. I can't remember what's one of those. And then took all the business away. Ross, what's coming up for thoughts, buddy?
Let's go. All right. There are 2 types of people. One type of people.
Male.
Extremely right. And the other type of people, extremely wrong. And it has everything to do with refrigerator
etiquette?
Yes.
Oh, boy. I've had a couple college students, and I have refrigerator etiquette stories as well.
I have found the mountain that I will
die on. Well, buddy, get ready. You got 2 seats.
I'm ready to bleed.
All right, back next.
It's back. The 31st Annual Orlando Fringe Theater Festival, May 17th through the 30th at Lock Haven Park. Got your button yet? Tickets and buttons available now at orlandofringe.org.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Well, currently our heaviest traffic is westbound on I-4 between 417 and Osceola Polk Line Road, as well as eastbound I-4 between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Traffic starting to ease up some southbound on the Turnpike between 417 and US 192. No reported issues right now on the 408. 417 looks good, and the Beach Line is accident-free. See traffic problems? Call the Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Enjoy smoothies, refreshers, hot and iced lattes, or try the new frozen coffee and frozen refreshers. Wawa is your handcrafted beverage happy place. Gotta have a Wawa.
Guys, here in Central Florida, it is so valid, so unbelievably important that you have a good AC company to lean on when things go sideways. For me, it's Mills Air. Ross, it's Mills Air. I think everybody here at Real Radio has leaned on Mills Air at one point or another, and you can as well. 30 years of experience says they're going to come through for you every time. Their techs are cool people, and they know their stuff. All those systems, they know in and out. Doesn't even matter what kind of AC you have. They know it, and they can fix it. Plus, they're Carrier factory authorized dealers. That can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to Mills Air. Family owned and operated and ready to help you right now. 407-277-1159. Get them online at millsair.com.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist with your summer plans by putting $1,000 in your hand. We're talking about $1,000 9 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Take that keyword and enter it on our website at realradio.fm. Then wait for your phone to ring from a number you won't recognize. And if it does, answer it. Because that is how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air has been in business since 1992 right here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. That's Mills Air. It's equipment change-out time. You can get upgrades up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando. This job, we fight for as many people as we can. Sometimes people are afraid to fight the insurance companies. That's why I'm here. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo DeWitt. Offices, Orlando and Tampa.
Springtime is a great time to call the fence freaks at Mossy Oak Fence. They're freaks on quality, your satisfaction, and security. Mossy Oak sets the standard for quality, backed by the best warranty in the business. Visit mossyoakfences.com and let the Mossy family protect your family.
How does reading make you, you?
With books like Super Fly Guy, I can be a pilot going from place to place.
And in Satellite Space Mission, I can be an astronaut, exploring outer space.
Let's Talk Soccer makes me want to compete. And with books like I'm Enough, I know I'm complete.
Our at-home reading program helps kids read on grade level. Enroll at newworldsreading.com.
Shopping for a diamond? Only one jeweler here has over 30-plus years in diamond wholesaling, manufacturing, and retailing, and that's Keith LeClaire at International Diamond Center.
I've been in all phases of jewelry manufacturing, and all that knowledge, all that ability that we have acquired over the years now has brought together for you as a consumer at the bottom line price.
Make no mistake, this is Orlando's direct diamond importer.
A lot of people claim they've been in the wholesale business. A lot of people claim they've been in manufacturing. They don't know 2 cents about it.
Even today, Keith supplies diamonds to wholesalers who then sell to jewelry stores all over the country, and he's known worldwide as a major player in the world diamond market.
It's because of the relationships and the contacts that we have developed over 35 years. Our reputation is impeccable. Our desire to please our customer is to the utmost. You hear all these jewelers that make these outlandish claims. The biggest, the best, the lowest, the largest. My response, go shop them. Then come to IDC. The proof is in the pudding.
International Diamond Center, 4 Orlando locations.
Spectrum is America's leading internet provider, delivering ultra-fast gig speeds you need on the high-performance network you want. And Spectrum's advanced home Wi-Fi is security made simple, automatically blocking outside threats, along with 99.9% network reliability. So no matter what you do online, you can do it faster, safer, and more reliably with Spectrum Internet. Get 200 megabits per second for only $49.99 a month. Visit Spectrum.com today for details. Based on internet subscribers among top internet service providers. Restrictions apply.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. When the prospect of divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Orlando area attorneys, a partner men can count on. Office in Orlando. Online at CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Some roads take us to where we want to go. Other roads lead to Mo. In a world full of dangerous roads, there's only one thing you need to know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law. OneFirmForLife.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
They want to look at the dark side of the moon and see what China's been up to, and that Nazi space station that's on the backside.
There you go.
Time was drifting.
Just reading a little text he sent earlier in that day. By the way, it's pronounced gourmelt, not gourmelt, gourmelt, like gourmet.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. I appreciate that. You can't do that from behind.
Yeah, you can.
No.
It's never too late.
There's no delay. If I get away with it, you get away with it.
Well, obviously you didn't get away with it because someone texted you.
I did, and then somebody busted me.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Jack are right there. Let's get some Ross thoughts. Here is...
It's weird.
The guy.
It's funny.
I'm raging.
Sometimes.
Oh,
it's
this
Ross.
is you mad, huh?
Girl.
Spelled like sauce.
Lord Almighty.
It's Ross thoughts.
Oh, they caught the prisoner in the prison guard.
Oh, look at that.
Yay.
It says officials, escaped prisoner and prison guard are in custody. They caught him.
Details on that.
Well, their romantic journey is over, but mine is just now started because I'm absolutely in love with Mills Air. Ross Thoughts is brought to you by Mills Air. We got, first of all, to even get into this very serious topic, very serious conversation. I need to know what your guys' fridge are like. What's your fridge like? Do you guys go, you have the split down the middle, left and right doors?
Side by side.
Side by side, right?
Yeah.
You got side by side?
Well, the door, freezer on top, fridge on the bottom.
Yeah, the side-by-side with the slide-out freezer on the bottom.
Oh, with 3 different fridges.
Oh,
and
God.
of course, Jim has the fancy one.
Yeah, Deb's got the
old school
the old school fridge.
Yeah, mine's an old LG where it's got it's the French doors up top and then the slide-out freezer, which I'm not a big fan of.
But with Deb's, you can fit more stuff in.
Yeah, I don't like my freezer.
Yeah.
I don't care for it.
Oh, wait, you could put more stuff in Deb's?
Yeah.
I found that when I had the side-by-side doors.
Mhm.
It looks bigger on the outside, and then you go on the inside, and you're like,
yeah, you can't get anything in here.
The good thing is, though, if you have like plates or trays or something like that, the French
That's
door
where it's
one,
good.
you can really put a lot of stuff in there like that. Like for holidays, it's great.
Okay, so you're saying that you have 3 doors on your fridge.
I do.
You have the basement, and then you got the window up top.
So let me actually clue you in. Okay, so the right side of my top doors, the front of the right door will open up by itself. In other words, there's 2 panels to it. So that thing will open up, then there's some shelving. You can close that and then open the main door up to the fridge as well.
whoa, it's got 4 doors.
So it's a
What the hell?
Whoa.
You have more functioning doors in your fridge than my car.
No doubt.
I got one door that is struggling right now.
Yeah, right, that's
Deb's
fine.
got the 77 model. Jack, you have the
The 05, it's French doors, side by side, up and down all the way, so you can't get a pizza box in there.
Yeah, it's tough.
So I keep an old school fridge on the porch for pizza boxes.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I can get 4 or 5 pizza boxes.
Oh, it's not plugged in. I just store pizza boxes in there.
Even better, man.
Yeah, you got another fridge? Yeah, that's my pizza fridge.
Yeah, I had neighbors like that.
That's where I keep all my pizza. Now, let's talk about how you put the stuff in the fridge.
This is fridge etiquette, which even gets more complicated when you have roommates.
It's
because now you have you and your fiance. Your fiance's vegan. Now you have your brother and your roommate in there as well.
Yeah.
So you have to have 4 compartments theoretically for this fridge for it to be efficient, and etiquette is a must.
So my first question is, what's on your door?
In my door, my condiments.
Yeah, you go condiments, only condiments.
Pretty much only condiments, like small jars like olives or maybe jelly.
Yep.
Coffee cream.
Hot sauce, stuff like that.
Not
salsa.
Not beer.
Not beer.
No.
Yeah. So why do I always have to put the beer back where it's supposed to go?
Because somebody doesn't know how to chill beer properly.
You are correct.
All right. Ding, ding. I like that.
Now, what do you guys do? You see hot sauce. There is 10% left in the hot sauce.
There's 10%, so probably a couple tablespoons of hot sauce left in the bottle.
What do you guys do? Are you guys holding on to that?
Well,
use it all.
If it's
use it.
Yeah, if it's a good hot sauce, I keep that few tablespoons. Like we have, is it Tapatio? How do you pronounce that? Tapatio, whatever.
Yeah, with the wooden top. Yeah.
We keep that one because I like that one. My wife liked that one, so we keep that.
Okay.
Every little bit.
Yeah.
No, that's chulo. Yeah. It's,
I thought that was chulo.
Chulolo.
With the
Chulola.
wooden top.
I could hear you say Spanish words and get buzzed all day.
See.
Yeah. Now, this is where it really boils down to.
All right.
How do I phrase this? When I'm going to put you in a hypothetical situation.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All 3 of you.
All right.
All right.
I don't feel special now.
You open up the fridge door. It's time to make a turkey sandwich.
Okay, very good.
Okay. You grab the bread off the counter.
Okay.
You open up the fridge door.
Okay.
Do you close the fridge door, or do you go to the bread, put the turkey on the bread, make the sandwich, and then close the door?
No, you do not do that. You take everything it takes out to make the sandwich, the mayonnaise, the lettuce, the cheese, the turkey, and you put it on the counter. You make the sandwich. Then you return everything to the fridge at once. You don't leave the door open while you're doing that.
What kind of animals do you live with?
Exactly.
I have multiple people in my life right now that are
that leave the fridge open while you're doing that?
While it's happening.
Everything in your fridge is getting warm.
Not just that, you got the fridge working overtime.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Now you got a higher electric bill.
It's a waste.
Yeah, dude.
I don't care if it's 30 seconds, 20 seconds. If you use the fridge, you open up the door.
Your fridge doesn't have an alarm that lets you know the door's open still?
Oh, there he goes, Mr. Fancy Pants with his flex.
Exactly.
With his fridge flex.
You don't have an alarm. You have a person.
I have an alarm.
You have a person that tells you that.
We have a little thing that goes ding, ding.
You're a little fridge bouncer.
Ding, ding.
And that's why we're here, because we need to talk about the fridge door. You cannot leave that thing open.
You can't. Now, do you have a crisper in your fridge, like drawers at the bottom inside the refrigerator for for vegetables?
Those are called crispers?
It's a crisper, yeah.
The hell is it? Why is it called a crisper?
Because it keeps your vegetables crisp.
It can control the humidity as well, and it keeps your veggies fresh.
You guys believe in that?
I mean, yeah.
I think it's science.
I don't know. I'm kind of a hater on that.
So my drawers are a cheese drawer.
You got a cheese drawer?
I have my and then I have the vegetable drawer.
Okay.
Right? And then I have a drawer where I keep like cold cuts or bacon or stuff like that.
There are people out there that nonchalantly leave their fridge door open. And let me just come out and say, I don't like you. I don't like what you stand for. I don't like who you are. We disagree fundamentally on the foundation of life.
Who's the worst?
Oh, it's Christoph.
He's the worst.
It's the
your
worst.
roommate.
And I called him out on it last night.
What'd he say?
And he got all tooty. He goes, it doesn't make any difference. And I'm like,
yeah, it does.
There's an optimal choice here.
How do you tell him that? Do you make a joke about it? You're like, oh, I guess you just leave the fridge open? Are you trying to cool the house
No,
off?
I stared at the fridge because this guy not only made a sandwich, but then proceeded to eat the sandwich.
With the door open?
With the door open. What are you doing here, kid?
Yeah, exactly, because someone just pointed out on the texting service, letting that humidity into the fridge, then the foods that are supposed to stay colder,
you limp.
You just end up.
You got flaccid fruits now.
Well, not even that. If you've got butter and other dairy products, all that warm air is that's a little less shelf life for those products because it's getting warm and then cooling down, cooling down.
Can I tell you something?
It's not safe.
And it's just lazy. It's just lazy.
Just close the door.
Just close the door.
And
It's so lazy.
People do that. I got another friend of mine who also does that. He lives, not with me, but I kept noticing. I was like, man, this is a thing. People get real comfortable just leaving their fridge door open. Whack. Get on out of here. Sit down, sit back up, turn around, stand out, and leave. My proximity.
If my kids would have done that when we were young or they were young, I would have overhand thrown a jar of pickles at them.
I would have thrown cheese. I've thought about this.
Oh, that's fun.
A fresh block of Munster.
Oh, yeah, or just one slice right to
just
their forehead.
Just a massive wheel.
Like when they were babies.
I'll never understand this. I don't understand how husbands, wives, some people have this character trait. They think it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you. If you do that around people who are team shut the fridge door, they hate you.
Yeah, because chances are they that want you to close the doors because they're the ones paying the electric bill.
Well, no, I mean, we all split the electric bill, but I'll tell you one thing. If that fridge breaks, I know who's on the hook for that.
That's you, buddy.
That's me, big dog.
You're the landlord player.
I'm about to marry the landlord.
Yeah,
which is kind of the same thing.
By proxy.
Yeah. I'm a landlord by proxy.
There you go.
I am the, what is the Game of Thrones reference, Jack? The king, hand of the king, king's hand.
Yeah. King's hand.
No, we'll call you a handmaid.
Could Jack be more disassociated from this? Yeah. King's hand. He's just repeating what you said. It's like being in an argument with a child.
Yeah. It's almost like being in an argument with somebody who leaves the fridge door open.
Right, yeah. Jack doesn't strike me as a fridge door guy.
Oh, no. Not only that.
I would think that Jack would be in a fight for somebody who did leave the fridge door open.
If I'm putting stuff away, I'll accumulate all the fridge stuff on the counter right by the fridge, open it once, everything goes in.
I do the same exact thing. I stage it right there in front so the fridge has to be open as little as possible.
You got to do that. And if you're one of those people out there who thinks, like, no, it's not a big deal, you got to just look at yourself in the mirror and ask what kind of monster you've become.
How is your fridge compartmentalized? Like, does Christoph have an area, and then your brother have an area, and then you guys have an area? Is it like that?
My brother has his own fridge in his room, but it's super tiny, and it freezes everything.
Okay.
So it's not a very good fridge.
And the great thing about those things, they don't cost anything to run for electricity either.
Yeah, no. Fridges are real low impact.
Very efficient.
So really, I just wanted to have a PSA for all the people who leave that fridge door open.
Man, listen to me.
You got to stop.
You getting older is making me horny. You getting older and starting to bitch about stuff like this makes me so hot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to burn these jeans.
You being pissed off at Christoph, that gets him going.
Shirt 4.
Show title.
Hey, it's not even just him. I think this is a human trait that some people have.
Yeah, but your fiance doesn't have it.
No.
She doesn't do that.
No, but I have multiple people in my life that just go like, whatever, dude. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Things get cold. Things get hot. Whatever happens, happens.
It's so stupid.
How about we prevent a worst case scenario?
No chance of that happening. I understand. I feel your anger, brother. Listen, I feel it. I've lived all these angers that you're living right now.
Does he?
And that's why it warms me.
Does he? Speaking of warming, does he run your AC at the house and then just open up the windows and door?
That's a very good point, Jack.
That
Same
is.
thing. Same exact thing.
Well-
Does he leave the door open while he just gets stuff in and out and just not close it at all? Hey, what's the big deal, man? I got all this stuff to get out of my car.
I mean, it's going to keep working, right?
Yeah,
and that's exactly, actually, he doesn't do that, but I know that my Mills air conditioning unit, my Carrier, could easily withstand it because that thing's a beast. I'm not sure if you guys picked up on this, but people sweat in Florida. Why? Because it's getting really hot outside, and if your AC isn't working, it's time to call Mills Air. They completely helped me out. Honestly, I'm still blown away, but I just stare at my AC unit. It's so quiet. It's a Carrier 15 SEER, and it's just phenomenal. Their techs, however, can service any brand out there, so if you don't have a Carrier, don't worry, but if you do, they are the experts at Carrier. Call today, schedule your appointment, 407-277-1159, or visit their website over at millsair.com. Always shut your refrigerator doors. Those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out. Peace.
Thanks. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Stephen Kramer up next from TK Law.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Well, currently our heaviest traffic is westbound on I-4 between 417 and Osceola Polk Line Road, as well as eastbound I-4 between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Traffic starting to ease up some southbound on the Turnpike between 417 and US 192. No reported issues right now on the 408. 417 looks good, and the Beach Line is accident-free. See traffic problems? Call the Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
No appointment? No problem. You can drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change today. Stay in the comfort of your car and get a quality Valvoline oil change, all in about 15 minutes. It's that easy. To save up to 50%, go to GetYourOilChange.com.
Hey, rental property owners, you know you can do a lot of things yourself and probably already do, but there are two things you can't do unless you hire the Realty Medics. Get real-time information on your properties and get an entire year's worth of rent up front. Yeah, only the Realty Medics offers upfront rent. You can get a year's worth paid up front, putting $10,000 to $30,000 in your pocket fast. But not only that, only the Realty Medics has the property performance dashboard where you can track showings and applications, rent payments, work orders, and more. Even better, you can track your rental investment performance just like you would a stock. Just two more reasons why the Realty Medics are the highest rated and most reviewed property management company in Central Florida, and that's with over 1,400 properties under their belt. Take just 5 minutes on therealtymedics.com to see how they've made DIY landlording obsolete, and for a limited time, they'll even give you 2 months of management free when you use promo code FREE1041. That's therealtymedics.com, promo code FREE1041.
Spring has sprung and it's full tilt boogie time at GiveMeTheVin.com. I'm overpaying for cars because I think they're going to go up even higher from where they are right now. We'll pay off your payoff. We'll pick your stuff up. We'll quote you quick and easy at GiveMeTheVin.com. America's best car buyer. Go there right now, and if I don't beat a CarMax offer, I'll send you a check for $100.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Do you like no-filter, full flavors? The makers of Smirnoff Ice got you covered. Smirnoff Ice Smash is a collision of delicious fruit flavors, like strawberry and lemon, peach and mango, or pineapple and coconut. It's a premium malt beverage, 8% alcohol by volume, and you can get it in both 16 and 24-ounce cans. If you want a no-filter, full-flavor option to start off your weekend, pick up a Smirnoff Ice Smash at your local store today. Smirnoff Ice Smash, bold flavor for the people. Please drink responsibly.
Monster Jam World Finals returns to Orlando. The best drivers in the world will be competing for 4 world championships. Plus, see electrifying encores. Monster Jam World Finals, as big as it gets. I was raised to the top. Brought to you by Great Clips. Get your savings coupon from participating Great Clip salons and save 20% on select tickets. See savings coupon for details. Monster Jam World Finals comes to Camping World Stadium May 21st and 22nd.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired a lounge singer to be their office receptionist.
Hello, this is Mickey Marquis, and you've reached the office of Doug & Associates. Thank you very much. Catch me Tuesday nights at the Hotel Johnson. Hello?
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Doug & Associates, this is Mickey Marquis. Hello?
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
O'Reilly. Improve your gas mileage and save money with Fuel System Cleaner from O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Cleaner for just $10. Plus, earn double O Rewards points and get your next reward even faster. For a clean, lubricated, more efficient fuel system, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Do you enjoy living in your backyard space? Is there a better time to start working on your outdoor kitchen? As we always, better living begins at home.
You can create your outdoor space with ease when you partner with S&W Kitchens.
They have an amazing team, concierge design, and installation services from start to finish. Also, prices are accessible and competitive with great financing options to help make your dream a reality. Why
That would
wait?
be a
Visit
affirmative there,
SNWKitchens.com to set up your free design consultation today. S&W, creating thoughtful, livable spaces.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
Available now from iHeart, returning for Season 3, is The Restless Ones, an original podcast presented by T-Mobile for Business and iHeartRadio. Join me as I sit down for in-depth discussions with the people at the intersection of technology and business. You'll learn how each of these leaders is building a bridge to what's next and leveraging transformative technologies like 5G to create a more connected and meaningful future today. Listen to The Restless Ones on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Check us out online, JimColbertLive.com. Some good videos up. There's that video. I'm sure we're going to talk about this case in a second with Stephen Kramer of Amber Heard on the stand, and she looks like she goes to like blow her nose or wipe her nose, but what she does afterwards made the internet believe that she may have done a bump of coke while on the stand, which would be the Willie Nelson White House joint of 2022.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't be any more defiant than that. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well every single Monday. Around this time, we invite our good friends from TK Law to drop by. Stephen Kramer is part of that scene for sure. OneFirmForLife.com, offices up in Altamont Springs. Stephen, how are you, friend?
I'm all right.
Doing good,
it's
huh?
Been a weird week. That's a weird rejoin.
that was an odd rejoin.
It was a request.
It was
I'm not going to say by whom, but it was a request.
It was either that or Informer by Snow, and we went with Right Said Fred.
You know, I maintain a list of like truly bad music on my Spotify, and I don't know if that's on it, but it should. I'll tell you some things that are on it. I've got some Kids Bop songs that are on it.
Yeah, Barbie Girl's got to be on there.
Yeah.
You know,
Ray Trenley texted me.
Kids Bop is a special type of bad. So if you get a bad song and it's on Kids Bop, that's like it's the only reason you play this list if you want to really annoy yourself, pretty much.
Yeah, I've yeah. Every Kids Bop CD did that for me.
You bought her
Some of the songs on there are so bad that they make me laugh. But yeah, we're doing. And then my wife broke her foot or something, or I don't know, sprained her toe, some weird fluke thing. So it's been a weird couple days.
Yeah. How was Mother's Day?
Well, I like that was Mother's Day.
Was it?
Oh.
Yeah, you stub your toe into something, and you normally think it's all good, and then sometimes it's not. So hopefully it's just a little sprain.
Yeah, good.
So
yeah,
we'll see.
for sure. So interesting. Right before we came on the air, this story broke where they have captured the Alabama inmate and corrections officer that broke out last week. I said it's kind of a romantic story because obviously she planned this. Kind of a Bonnie and Clyde kind of thing. It captured my attention for a little bit. No chance of getting away for any long period of time because the guy is 6'9" and full of tattoos.
Yeah.
Not easy to hide him.
All he has to do is grow a mustache and dye his hair. It's fine.
Right, that's it. Right, he'd just be every other 6'9" guy in America. I think it's like less than 3% of the total population is over 6'4". And he's 6'9". Not to mention, she has a very defining top lip as well. I don't know if you noticed that. Even when her mouth was closed, you could still see a little bit of her teeth, almost like a little bunny rabbit kind of thing.
Yeah, it's called no lip.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
No, but
oh, okay, there you go. You got me.
Yay!
Yeah,
points Deb. Hey,
t-
ding.
The tables have
But
turned.
just didn't think that they could stay incognito for any great amount of time. I mean, he's not going to be able to work. She wouldn't be able to get a job. I mean,
well, they didn't need to. Remember, she had pulled $90,000 out of various banks in the days leading up to it.
Yeah, but that's only going to go so far. I mean,
Right.
$90K is not going to last a lifetime.
That's what a Big Mac costs.
Yeah, right, exactly. So it was inevitable for this to happen. And to be honest with you, I told Deborah when this happened, I said more than likely how this is going to end is this guy is a homicidal maniac and he's a psychopath. He's probably going to kill her and take everything that she has and then try to do it on his own. Or they're going to enter a pact of some sort and not go down alive. I mean, when you ruin your life to the point where you have just checked out, you basically quit your job. You went completely the other way, 180 completely from upholding the law to breaking the law and then breaking a guy out who's inherently dangerous. 2 murders now that I know of. You know, she's facing some serious stuff. I mean, she will spend the rest of her life in prison, or is this a possibility where she'll maybe get 15 or 20 years? How does this work?
I don't know all the details on this one, but intriguing. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a slew of charges that come down the line.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
there aren't really many great defenses.
No, there aren't. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, somebody even texted in earlier and said if this guy's smart, he will claim that she kidnapped him.
Well, she's now facing new charges. She's now been charged with identity theft and forgery.
Probably in the grand scheme of charges, those are the bottom of the totem pole.
And I don't think they'd be able to say that because the video of her checking him out, and at no point do either of them seem stressed out or.
Oh, it's obviously planned. I mean, she's been planning this for possibly up to a year and a half or longer.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, they've had a 2-year romantic relationship.
They're going to be tough on him too because he's in a position of trust. He's in a position of public confidence, and anytime you have like an employer theft, for instance, is treated a lot of times more seriously than just an average theft, or somebody when somebody in the family perpetrates a crime upon the family or somebody close to the family, that violation of trust can enhance at least the approach by the prosecution.
Well, Steve, I think the biggest civil litigation in America right now, maybe in the world, is obviously this case with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, which looks to be wrapping up a little bit. I mean, she was on the stand last week, and to be honest with you, I haven't really kept up with the bunch. I mean, you go to social media, and it's like a tennis match. One day it's like, oh my God, Johnny Depp crushed it today, and then the next day you hear about something that Johnny Depp did to Amber Heard with a bottle, and how that gets out there. You don't know how that affects it. I mean, I know that you've been paying attention to it. Like right now, what do you think?
Well, right now there's a break. I believe there's a break in the trial and cross-examination of Amber Heard. There's a break, and I think that's like a week-long break. So that's going to give Johnny Depp's team an opportunity to review everything there is. And their position has been that while Johnny Depp's story and facts and narrative has remained consistent over these years, that Amber Heard's details have become more complete I think, that she's added new facts and that this is going to give them an opportunity to compare what she alleged in her testimony to all of the statements over the last 6 years, to conflicting previous testimony, and they're going to be able to use that against her. So there is a tennis match element to any trial. What we started with was the plaintiff puts on their case, and that's their story, that's their narrative. The defense has an opportunity to engage in cross-examination, but for the most part, it's the plaintiff's show. And then, the defense gets to put on their case. And the next phase of this is going to be, the tables are going to turn again. And that's going to be the cross-examination of Amber Heard. And you can expect that it's probably going to be somewhat fiery. And they're going to have a lot of opportunity to prepare for that. And that's a big benefit for them.
And this is a libel case, right? This is a slander, defamation, libel kind of case, right? That's what we're trying to determine here?
This is a defamation case which is a difficult case to prove. It is difficult because, for one, the article in and of itself doesn't say Johnny Depp, but I think, there's going to be a good argument that it couldn't have been referring to anybody else.
Right, yeah.
There could be, if it also doesn't deal with specific instances. Right. And doesn't allege specific acts. And that's going to be another hurdle for the Johnny Depp team to overcome. And then if Amber Heard can prove even mutual abuse, there's going to be an argument that the article is somewhat truthful. If there's a mutual situation where they're both abusive to each other, well, then, her article may not rise to the point of being false, where it would be defamatory.
Well, I mean,
so
he's proven it's cost him money, right? I mean, isn't that
that's damages? He's got to prove his case though before he ever gets to damages.
Oh, I
right.
see.
So he's got to prove that the statements that were made against him were false, and given that he's a public figure, that standard of falsity arises to the actual malice. And I don't think that's really going to be as much of an issue because she has intimate familiarity with the facts, given her position. That's probably not the greatest over hurdle. It's the falsity of the facts. It's that the facts pertain to him, the articles specifically pertain to him, and that the allegations within the article were factual or were falsely fact.
So they already entered into an agreement before this, right? Because this is
that was for the divorce.
That was for the divorce. So let me ask. Now, I mean, I know that's a completely separate legal issue altogether. Will this decision have any determination on what happens there? Like, let's say that they rule in his favor. Does he automatically refile or something to use this decision to change his divorce settlement? Does that happen at all?
No, I think that divorce is done. It's over with. I believe he paid her something like $7 million. And where it does play a role is she committed to donate that money at the time. She said she didn't want to profit from their divorce, but at least one organization has come forward and said she never fulfilled her pledge to make those donations. So, that's certainly embarrassing from a public image viewpoint. I think some of the most interesting and compelling testimony that I found to be compelling was the testimony from Johnny Depp's their expert psychiatrist who took the stand and talked about the diagnoses of Amber Heard. And the two diagnoses that struck me were borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. And I would not be surprised if those formulate into the strategy of Depp's team, right? So when you talk about borderline personality disorder, it's going to play a role in that it supports the allegations of abuse by Amber Heard. There's some of the symptoms of that disorder deal with explosive anger, self-destructive behaviors, and self-harm. So if Depp's team wants to show that, not the bruises, if there were any, might have been self-inflicted, well, that type of diagnosis would support that argument. If they make an argument that she's abusive, well, that diagnosis supports that argument that she's abusive. That if they argue that she's got, anger management problems, that diagnosis helps with that argument. And then the other diagnosis, the comorbid diagnosis, was histrionic personality disorder. And that really deals with where it's going to play for them is the tendency to be overly dramatic, to be overly
hysterical,
exaggerated emotions and expressions, in that what she's putting on for the jury, the testimony, is a show, and that what happened that the allegations relate to a distortion of reality based on her mental illness. That may be the argument that they make.
Let me ask you though, man. I mean, doesn't she get a rebuttal with scientists of her own? I mean, to scientists of her own?
Of course.
I mean, can't she have her own psychologist go, look, I've talked to Amber Heard a number of times, and I don't see any bipolar. I don't see any of this. I mean, how do those rebuttals get in? I mean,
that's right.
How does it happen?
So she's going to have an opportunity to put on her own witnesses and her own experts if she wants to put them on the stand, or her own treating doctors, whatever that is. And really, that's up to the jury to weigh to give weight to the evidence, to decide who sounds more truthful, who sounds like, whose opinions do they trust more. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that. But if you're on Depp's team, this is likely to be part of the strategy in the cross-examination and as the trial goes on, because it gives an explanation from a public relations viewpoint to explain the allegations that she's made and why they would have been made and how they could be a reflection of distorted reality. Of course, she gave a day and a half or a couple of days of very damaging testimony, and if the jury believes that, that does not bode well for his case.
Talking to Stephen Kramer here, TK Law offices up in Altamont Springs. So let me ask, I mean, if she had any examinations from psychologists earlier in her life, like she is what? She's in her mid-30s? Late 30s? Is that where she is?
I believe so. Mid-30s, maybe?
So, maybe earlier in her life, and 25, 26 years old, and you don't just turn bipolar overnight, right? I mean, if they had...
Well, I think the diagnoses were borderline personality, and that also fits into the tendency to maybe idolize somebody like Johnny Depp, who she fell madly in love with, and then demonize them. But yes, go ahead.
But my question would be, could you bring in other report? Like, let's say she had a psychological evaluation when she was 25, just because whatever. Can you bring that into court now?
Potentially so. And where that might play out is, for instance, that, she brings in an expert who testifies as to, her mental
wellness,
illness, right? And then, they bring in the Depp's team brings in evidence to impeach that finding, right? To show that, well, no, if you look here, when she was 20, she was also diagnosed with this, and therefore, they make the argument that the testimony of the Depp team expert was more consistent with the reality. But yes, you would see that previous history potentially come in to impeach evidence that she might bring forward. And that's not clear how that's going to work out, or whether Depp's team dug into that level of detail or was able to discover that. But we will find that out as the case goes on.
And both parties have to go through cross, right?
Yes, they do.
Who's going to have the harder side there? Is it going to be Johnny? Is he going to have to answer for everything she said on the...
We've already seen his.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Exactly. So hers is coming up.
So the worst that can come about for Johnny Depp as far as being impeached based on prior statements or conflicting evidence has already happened for him. Right now, the lay of the land, this is probably the best that Amber Heard's case looks at this moment, right? Because the next step in the process is she's going to be subjected to a cross-examination. Based on the time gap, Johnny Depp's team is going to have a infinity of time to prepare for that cross-examination. And this is one of those where either her history and her previous statements are going to damn her case, or if she's been consistent, it's not going to be so explosive, and she's going to mount a successful defense. But this case is a much harder position to be in Johnny Depp's position.
Yeah. This is
and that's because he's a plaintiff.
Yeah, this is lawyer.
He's got to prove the case.
This is lawyer porn, right?
I
know that word.
That's what Ray Trenley calls it.
That's an odd word to use there, but I'm telling you, when it comes to
especially the allegations,
with attorneys litigate this kind of action, this has to be one of those things that is must-watch television. Simply, it's on one of the biggest stages out there. You're dealing with two pretty big names. One of them a gigantic name, iconic name, and a star with one of the most, with Disney. You don't really associate people who are with that, that
Both of them.
Yes, both of them. I mean, but
Well-
here he's the much bigger star. I mean, look,
Oh,
Amber Heard's
yeah.
a star.
Johnny Depp, he's a screen legend.
She's who she is because I'm not saying because of him, but her profile has been greatly increased by her relationship with Johnny Depp.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a marquee actor. He's genre defining. I mean, he's a huge part of a gigantic franchise spanning a number of years. But still, this case, the burden is on him. He's the plaintiff. It's a difficult case to prove. Defamation cases can be notoriously difficult. The allegations in the content of the letter and the context of the letter even makes his case harder to prove.
Yeah.
And it may be that he loses his case, but he's vindicated in the court of public opinion. And I think if you're in Johnny Depp's position, that's a win, because winning the court case doesn't matter that much. Not for him.
Getting your career back.
She doesn't have any money to get. She doesn't have the money to get. But if he loses the case and he's able to show the world, that he's not abusive and that maybe he was in fact abused, if that's what comes through in the end, then he might win in the court of public opinion. Of course, when you looked at this in the beginning, before we saw everything that's unfolded, it looked like just an exercise in self-destruction, because I don't know that there is any coming back from some of the embarrassment that he's had over the last couple of years,
other than just throw himself on the mercy of the public and basically say, see, I'm not that
well, that's
bad.
what he's doing,
right? I'm not that bad. Please let me back.
I mean, that's basically what he's doing. I mean, he certainly knew all of these unfavorable videos and images were going to go out there, and his lawyers, if they did a good job, which it sounds like they're doing a good job, looks that way, they must have prepared him for these embarrassing texts and all of this evidence coming forward, and he must have looked at it and gone, look, I am who I am, but whatever I am, whether I got substance abuse issues or not, what I am not is an abusive man, and that must have that would maybe be the logic there.
Yeah, I think there's some I think there's some loss analysis happening there for sure, and they're thinking, well, the greater win here is getting the career back, or even having a shot at that, as opposed to the other. We're out of time, buddy. Listen, it's always good talking to you. We love your input on this stuff. OneFirmForLife.com, offices up in Altamont Springs. That's TK Law Firm. That guy right there is Stephen Kramer, and he can take care of you in situations where you have family law issues, divorce issues, any injury issues like that. They can certainly handle you. Again, that's TK Law Firm, One Firm for Life, offices Altamont. Stephen, have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday.
See you guys. Have a good one.
All right, man. 407-916-1041. Load them up. We'll do last call right after this.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for Last Call on the Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041. From the Driveway.com Weather Center.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and we are in for some beautiful weather over the next couple of days. A rare treat with cool lower 80s for highs, partly cloudy skies, and a nice breeze. It's thanks to a coastal low that's going to bring some showers and thunderstorms to the region Thursday, and some big waves to the coastline, even a chance for some coastal erosion. So heads up if you're heading to the Atlantic beaches. And it's wake heat returning for the weekend with highs in the mid-90s. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. When you apply for a home loan, there are different options depending on your situation and needs. With Rocket Mortgage, you can see how different down payments, monthly payments, and closing costs will impact your loan and your budget. When you need a lender who works for you, Rocket can.
A strong home begins with a strong foundation. Everybody knows that. Zano 521 knows it for sure. These guys are the premier concrete coatings experts in all of Central Florida. These coatings are tough. Their crew is tough as well. Headed up by a former Army Ranger and Special Ops soldier, and they also employ vets as well. All their techs, employees of the company, never subcontracted. And Zano 521 makes the tough stuff. These concrete coatings are up to 6 times stronger than epoxy, and their base coat fully cures in just 24 hours. Plus, you get beautiful color choices to match whatever space you have, and they're made to last. These coatings are 100% UV stable. That means they can be used on patios, pool decks, driveways, garages, and they come with a lifetime warranty against fading or yellowing and a 15-year warranty against popping or peeling. That top coat is completely non-porous. You know what that means? No mold or mildew, will not grow on it. No gas grease or oil stains, will not happen. These coatings are tough and they're gorgeous. Not to mention, the team walks you through every single step of the way. You'll never have to worry about having any information. They'll always have it. The only thing you'll have is a beautiful virtually indestructible surface you're going to love for years. Hop on board today. They're at free obligation, no pressure estimate at their website, Xano521.com. That's Xano521.com.
How does reading make you, you?
With books like Super Fly Guide, I can be a pilot going from place to place.
And in Satellite Space Mission, I can be an astronaut, exploring outer space.
Let's Talk Soccer makes me want to compete. And with books like I'm Enough, I know I'm complete.
Our at-home reading program helps kids read on grade level. Enroll at newworldsreading.com.
Did you know that most adults with autism are unemployed, and a major hurdle is the lack of job opportunities? That's why Autism Speaks is teaming up with Lee Container, the J. Donald and Laurel Lee Family Foundation Fund, and Delivering Jobs to create a more inclusive workforce in the U.S. Are you an HR professional, community leader, or business owner? Join us in creating a workforce where people of all abilities can contribute and thrive. To learn more, visit autismspeaks.org/employment.
Want to sell your car for top dollar at a dealership that you can trust? Well, that's Off Lease Only. They'll give you cash for your car today. They pride themselves on offering drivers the biggest inventory and most popular used cars updated daily. That means they're always looking for used cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans just like yours. 4.7 out of 5 Google review rating from over 30,000 plus reviews. Selection, convenience, value. That's Off Lease Only. Visit them online at offleaseonly.com or check out their massive state-of-the-art dealership just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy.
Now through May 10th, join a clean and spacious Planet Fitness for $1 down and only $10 a month. With tons of equipment and free fitness training, it's the perfect place for everybody to work out.
Even me, Mr. I can't sleep at night, so I keep dozing off during the day.
Especially you, Snoozy. You'll rest easier and feel fit-tacular.
Wait, how did you get in here?
Join in club or at planetfitness.com. $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends May 10th. See club for details.
Most politicians are just show ponies, but Wilton Simpson is a workhorse. Conservative, Republican, fifth-generation Floridian. Simpson's a lifelong farmer who shoots straight and gets things done, like educational and economic opportunity. As Florida's Senate president, Wilton Simpson worked side by side with Governor DeSantis. Simpson fought and won more rights for parents, more choices for kids, and was named champion for school choice. When some politicians wanted lockdowns that threatened our economy, our kids' educations, and our constitutional rights, Wilton Simpson led the charge to keep Florida free and open. Simpson's endorsed by Governor Ron DeSantis, 59 sheriffs, and President Donald Trump. Workhorse Wilton Simpson, the conservative who gets things done. Candidate, Florida Commissioner of Agriculture. Sponsored by Grow Florida.
Spectrum is America's leading internet provider, delivering ultra-fast gig speeds you need on the high-performance network you want. And Spectrum's advanced home Wi-Fi is security made simple, automatically blocking outside threats, along with 99.9% network reliability. So no matter what you do online, you can do it faster, safer, and more reliably with Spectrum Internet. Get 200 megabits per second for only $49.99 a month. Visit Spectrum.com today for details. Based on internet subscribers among top internet service providers. Restrictions apply.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Dangling the proverbial carrot since 1993. Whatever the hell that means. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Hannah and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
All right, Big T chiming in here real quick. The kind of monster that leaves the fridge open is the same kind of monster that puts dirty dishes in the sink when the dishwasher is less than a foot away. What is wrong with you people? With that, Big T out.
She just made an announcement. She's got something cool coming up again. Our friend Kat Ridgway. We haven't talked to her in a little bit. Love this tune, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's Whiskey Lullabies by Kat Ridgway.
Sweet, sweet girl, local artist, very talented singer-songwriter.
And she gave us Nerf guns for Christmas.
Gave us Nerf guns for Christmas.
Still always love her for that.
Little breakdown here. Yeah, you can support her by buying her music. You can find it everywhere. Everywhere. CatRidgewayMusic.com, I believe. You can go there. All right, 407-916-1041. 4 lines open for last call. 4. That's 4. 407-916-1041. Hop on board. We'll do last call in just a second, then get out of here on a Monday. Coming up tomorrow, what'd you do that's new?
Don't forget you're up tomorrow because we'll be reviewing Ross's choice.
That's right. Ross, what'd you pick again?
Yeah, what'd you pick again?
What'd I pick again?
Yeah.
I picked Nardwar.
Yeah, that's right. Nardwar,
Yeah,
right.
Nardwar.
It's just a compilation of rappers getting
Interviewed.
uncomfortable
with
Nardwar.
Imagine Weird Al interviewing hip-hop artists and knowing more about them than they ever thought that anybody could know about them.
There's a moment where he looks at
Kendrick?
No, not Dua. God, I have like a small crush on her right now.
Doja,
right?
Doja Cat.
There's a part where he looks at Doja and goes, your father produced this album back in '84. And then she goes, well, no, my dad wasn't a producer. He just wrote lyrics that he never produced. And then he pulls out the cassette going, actually, he produced this right here.
What?
Yeah, and then she's finding out about her dad.
That's very cool.
That is, wow.
Yeah, so check it out. We'll do that, and then, of course, I'll have something for you guys to watch tomorrow. I think I'm going bizarre.
Yeah?
I think I'm going bizarre. Like real bizarre. Like crazy bizarre. Like dark web stuff, I think, maybe. I may actually have you guys buy some heroin on the Silk Road. I'm not 100% sure yet. All right, 3 lines open for last call. 407-916-1041. 3 lines are open. Grab those now. We'll do last call in just a sec. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank the fabulous Brandon Kravitz and Orlando attorney Stephen Kramer, OneFirmForLife.com.
That's right. Again, coming up tomorrow, what'd you do that's new? Your calls and text and your talkbacks all day long, plus another opportunity to win not only $1,000, but also Paul McCartney tickets.
Yeah.
Hey,
all week long, Paul McCartney tickets in the sauce jar.
I wanted to ask you guys off air, but I'm going to ask you guys on air. There's a huge internet trend right now of people chugging Sprite.
Chugging Sprite?
Yeah.
Why?
One bottle of Sprite.
Why is that a big deal?
Well, I just want to know if it's just some people can do it, some people can't do it. And I was wondering for tomorrow's Ross Thoughts, can we chug if I bring in 4 bottles of Sprite?
Like a 2-liter bottle or a 20 ounce?
A 20 ounce.
No, something happens.
Yeah, not interested.
No, it's very carbonated. What happens? You blow out an eye?
Yeah.
No.
Are you? What are you, snot or something?
You want to chase it with a Tide Pod?
No, it's just.
What are you doing?
Fair
it's
question,
supposed to be
Jack.
hard.
Here's some cinnamon.
I didn't know you guys were soft.
Oh.
You guys are soft.
We didn't know you were a bully.
This is me trying to, better the show.
Uh-huh. Jack, do we have a Twitter poll today?
We do. Have you ever tried to cure a hangover by drinking more alcohol? That's where you get hair of
Sure,
the dog. And it actually comes in pretty close.
It's 50-50.
54% say yes.
Oh, wow. I've never
tried.
done that. I actually may try that because I'm supposed to go to a little party on Saturday, and I do not plan on remembering it. There you go. Ross, stand up.
Yeah, the next pair of gigs that I have, I'm going to be out in Lakeland the 20th and 21st. More details to come, but if you're out in Lakeland, I'm coming for you.
All right, very good. We only have a couple of these, so let's get to them and then get out of here. Who's on that second line, by the way?
That would be Dave.
Hey, Mike, last call.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Bless you.
All right, this for Miss Roberts.
Okay.
I know she's a cheesehead, but the Packers are playing the New York Giants in London this year.
Oh, wow. I
Just
did
in
not
case
realize
you
that.
wanna go. Yeah, it's going to come out Thursday, but I got information, and they're one of the teams that are playing in London.
Well, thank you for letting me know.
Are you inviting her to go?
Just in case you want to go for your, honeymoon, before honeymoon.
They love you, Deb.
Ain't you getting married?
They love you,
You're
Deb.
getting married pretty soon, ain't you?
Hopefully, yeah. Talk to the church.
Yeah. So maybe before honeymoon or.
Okay.
Well, good idea. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. We
If it was
appreciate
only
that.
the Packers-
Appreciate that very
It
much.
was only
Very
the
sweet.
Packers Bears.
Yeah. Dave, last call.
So I'm switching jobs. So this first thing is for Deb. Deb?
Yes?
I might need someone to watch Jalapeno on a regular basis. So please, I tagged you in a Facebook post. You might be the person. Secondly, I'm going to try this one time because I think it's going to work. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Oh, you failed. You failed a little bit.
I hate it.
I can't do it either.
There you go. That was me.
That's all of us. All right, let's get out of here. Big day coming up tomorrow. All week this week. Paul McCartney tickets, 3 more chances at $1,000.
That's
Sprite
amazing.
chugging.
It's a 2-liter bottle, by the way. It's not a 20-ounce. It's a 2-liter bottle.
Get out of here.
I just looked at the videos.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a 2-liter bottle.
Yeah, I want to see what happens. I'm kind of feeling it's going to blow out a butt or something. All right, on behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful Monday evening.
Yeah, and blow out your butt.
Yeah.
I don't think